Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be. Welcome to Hoofddorp. This is day 4 of the inaugural Super 6 tournament, a WBSC newly formed tournament. And it's the top 6 teams in Europe taking each other on. And the crown will be awarded on Sunday afternoon. And so we've got a full day of play today and another day of play tomorrow. And the first game on tap today is Team Germany, as you see them taking the field and lining up. They will be taking on Team Belgium. And my name is Tim Collins, and I'm joined, very happy to be here on day 4 with G. Kellner and Richard Kanya. Nice to see you guys.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Well, you guys have seen all the baseball this week, and you've seen a lot of balls flying over the fence. What can you tell us about that?
The wind is blowing hard all week, and I've been asked from back home if the field has real dimensions. Because there's so many home runs. I said, no, it's the best teams in Europe. They just hit hard.
And the wind is also gusting out at probably, 30 kilometers per hour, I would say.
Yeah.
But yes, this is actually a pretty big ballpark compared to at least the parks in Germany, from what I've seen. It's a major league size field.
Major league dimensions, yeah. And to add, Tim Collins, good to have you over here.
Oh, thank you for having
helping
me.
Us out.
Pleasure. Well, these two teams, Belgium and Germany, getting set to take one another on. They are the 2 winless teams in the tournament, and that's a product of the schedule that they have had to play. There you see the team Belgium, the Red Hawks, taking the field under the direction of Sven Hendricks, head coach. Germans with Martin Helmig, of course. This is his second international tournament as head coach of Team Germany. And these two teams last met in an official tournament in 2016, and Germany at that time, they won that game by a score of 14-2. But right now, Belgium, when you look at their stats, even though they're 0-3, they have played statistically a lot better than Germany has so far in this tournament. They've scored more runs and their pitching has been a little bit better. So we'll see what happens today. And there's a couple of players. Actually, on all these national teams, a lot of the players know each other anyway.
Yeah, of course.
And the starting pitcher for Team Belgium spent several years pitching in the Bundesliga with the Mannheim Tornadoes, Cedric De Smet. And he also has pitched in the Netherlands. And both teams have lined up. Looks like we're going to be ready for the national anthem shortly. It's a cool, windy day here with some clouds and storms in the area, but I think we'll be able to get these games in, no problem.
The forecast is some rain in the evening, so we hope the weather holds up.
You guys had some great weather the previous couple of days.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful. Not too hot, not too cold. Just always the wind over here in Hoofddorp.
Okay, as we watch the home plate conference, let me give you the names of the umpires of today's game. At home plate will be Mr. Mojmir Jankovic from Slovakia. First base umpire Efren Silvania from the Netherlands, and the third base umpire is Mr. David Kulhanek from the Czech Republic. The official scorers are Alex Berg and Stefan Slinger from Netherlands, and the technical commissioner is Mr. Jaroslav Mika from the Czech Republic.
On the screen you see the defensive lineup for Team Belgium. In right field, number 26, Thomas Dewolf. In center field, number 3, Steven Delanoy. In left field, number 7, Yves Postmans. On third base, number 10, Robin Rubens. The shortstop, number 20, Dennis de Quint. Second baseman, number 11, Benjamine Dilla. First baseman, number 1, Jamie Verheulebeken. Behind the dish, number 15, Tim Verachtat. And the starting pitcher will be number 31, Cedric De Smet. The designated hitter for Team Belgium is number 5, Leonel Navient.
Well, this ball game scheduled to start at 11 a.m. It is now 10:59, so it looks like we're going to get started right on time. It is cool and blustery, but at the moment it does not look like it's going to rain. It is just very windy and generally a little bit cold. I think for the players it's not going to be that big of a deal once you're out on the field and you're running around.
Yeah, they were warmed up. They've been here early and everybody's ready to go. And you got the adrenaline going in front of such an important game. So some of them don't even have long sleeves.
Yeah, Cedric De Smet walking out on the mound. He is not fazed by the cool weather at all. Temperatures around 15 Celsius is roughly what I've been told for the Americans in the crowd. That's around 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So Cedric De Smet, a right-hander. He is going to be 27 at the end of October. His birthday is on October 31st, 1991. A right-hander. He pitched a couple of years ago with the Mannheim Tornadoes in the Bundesliga in Germany. And his battery mate, Tim Verachtat, has also played with the Mannheim Tornadoes. And then the right fielder for Team Belgium, Thomas Dewolf, is certainly no stranger to the German Bundesliga. He spent 2013 through 2017 playing in Germany with several different clubs. And so these teams know each other pretty well. And De Smet, a big, burly right-hander, is going to work from the first base side of the rubber. And gee, you've got the Germany lineup you can give the fans. That's going to face Cedric De Smet.
Leading off is number 1, the second baseman Lucas Jahn. Second hitter, number 30, the third baseman Erik Brenk. Third hitter, number 26, the right fielder Mike Imke. In the cleanup spot, number 23, the catcher Max Sport. In the fifth spot, designated hitter, number 16, Simon Göring. Next batter, number 24, the first baseman Maurice Wilhelm. Number 10, the left fielder Daniel Thieben. In the 8th spot, number 2, the shortstop Nadya Latifi. And number 9 hitter is the center fielder, number 8, Kevin Kotovsky.
Well, there you see the members of Team Germany getting ready to get this game started. Germany has struggled offensively in their first 3 games. They've scored a grand total of 3 runs. That is certainly not the start they wanted to get off to. Of course, their first 3 games, it must also be mentioned, were against Italy, Netherlands, and Spain.
Yeah, good teams, yeah.
so
So leading off, number 1, the second baseman, Lucas Jahn.
Jan, a member of the Buchbinder Legionnaire, left-handed hitting infielder. He's got some power, whereas the number 1, and he shakes hands with Tim Verachtat, with whom, of course, he saw throughout the course of the summer, playing in Germany. And Cedric De Smet ready to go. Umpire says play. And here comes the first pitch of the game. That was in for strike 1, first pitch fastball.
Jan is 0 for 8 in the tournament, but as Tim mentioned, he has some power and he's capable of getting on base.
0-1. That one is in there for strike 2. De Smet very quickly out in front. The pitch looked like it had a little bit of cut to it from our angle. 0-2. This ball is fastball, and it's popped up foul out of play off to the left side. Rubens gave it a look, but that ball's well off into the area behind the grandstand. Still 0-2. Jan has been playing with the Bookbinder Legionnaires since 2008. And the 0-2, that one is way up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He also played with the Berlin Sluggers back in the day. And he's going to celebrate his birthday at the end of this month on the 29th. He will be 27. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss.
You got him.
Looked like a pitch down and away that he was a little bit out in front of, and he swung over the top.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 30, the third baseman, Erik Brenk.
Erik Brenk is hitting .273, 3 for 11.
Brenk, a member of the Bonn Capitals. You know, the Bonn Capitals are still technically in the middle of a baseball game right now. Here's the first pitch to Brenk, and a strike on the inside corner.
Yeah, they're in the semifinals, right?
They're in the 5th inning of Game 5 of the semifinals right now as we speak. And Bonn is leading 3-2. Here's the pitch. I don't know if news of that made it outside of Germany, but Game 4 went 19 innings and featured a relief perfect game.
Yeah, well, the German umpires here told us about it.
Yeah.
And they had to
suspend Game 5
the game because of the lights, yeah.
2 balls and a strike on Brenk. There's 1 out. Nobody on base. We're in the top of the first. No score. This one is tight inside, and the count 3-1. Brenk is a dual citizen, American and German, of course, and he joined the national team back in 2014. And he takes a walk.
Here's some balls for Erik Brenk. Next batter for Team Germany, number 26, the right fielder, Mike Imke.
Imke is hitting .286. That means 2 for 7.
And you can see the wind rippling through the jerseys of all the players on the field. That's the way it's been all week, from what I understand.
Yeah.
And we're sheltered here.
And it's okay on the baseball field, but over on the softball side of the stadium, it's crazy. They have crazy wind over there.
Left-handed hitter, and Imke takes a ball outside. Brenk from first base. He is one of the potential base stealers on Team Germany. He's looking down at the signs from Martin Helmich. Actually, that's Ruggero Bagyalamani, I believe, giving the signs down at third. 1-0. And the fastball just missed the outside corner. 2 balls, no strikes. Lucas Jan struck out to start the game. Brenk walked. He's at first. 2-0 on Imke. There goes the runner. Pitch is swung on and missed for Echtert's throw on a bounce, and they got him. So Brenk is cut down.
Caught stealing in second.
That was a good scoop by DeQuint, the shortstop. He sort of nonchalanted it, made it look like the throw wasn't coming in great urgency.
And Brenk ripped his belt, sliding into second. At the plate now, number 23, the catcher. Oh, I'm mistaken, sorry. That at-bat is not over.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. This ball popped over our head, falling out of play. 2 balls and now 2 strikes. I was going to say, Brenk losing the belt. I guess that gives new meaning to the phrase belt won. 2-2. De Smet with 2 outs, trying to get out of this inning after allowing that walk. And the pitch, sidearm, and that one is right in there. Strike 3 called. Well, 2 strikeouts in the inning for Cedric De Smet. And after the walk and the caught stealing, Germany goes 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. At the end of a half inning, no score. This is the 2018 Super 6 tournament presented by Playo.tv.
One more time. The German lineup in the defense. In right field, number 26, Mike Inca. In center field, number 8, Kevin Kotovsky. In left field, number 10, Daniel Thieben. The third baseman, number 30, Erik Brenk. The shortstop, number 2, Nadya Latifi. Second baseman, number 1, Lucas Jahn. First baseman, number 24, Maurice Wilhelm. Behind the dish, number 23, Max Holt. And starting pitcher, number 19, Sascha Koch. The designated hitter for Team Germany will be number 16, Simon Göring.
And the right-hander, Sascha Koch, taking his warm-up pitches. Sascha, born November 30th, 1997. So he is 21 years of age. He had a banner year with the Bonn Capitals at an ERA of under 1. And he was second on his own team to Marcus Solbach. As the Bonn Capitals did something that no German team has ever done, and they won 40 consecutive games through this season. They were 40-0, and now they're...
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy
but,
numbers.
you know, Legionnaire beat them twice, so they're still tied 2-2 in the series. Just goes to show you that baseball is a weird, weird game, and that's why we love it.
Sure. As a matter of fact, the pitching coach of the Bonn Capitals, Klimen Cichocki, joined the team today, so he's over there in the bullpen. He's Austrian native, and he came in yesterday.
Bonn Capitals have built up a nice run of success the last few years.
Leading off the inning, the designated hitter for Team Belgium, number 5, Leonel Navient.
Navient is hitting 250, 1 for 4 in the tournament.
Left-hand hitter, he's got the high sock look going today. And Sascha Koch, who always works from the stretch position, deals first pitch. And that fastball is off the glove of Max Bolt inside for a ball. It might have been possibly a strike had Bolt not missed it, but ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. That one is fastball high, 2-0. Koch has not had an appearance yet in this tournament as he misses with ball 3 balls and no strikes. Right-hander, he throws directly over the top, and his curveball goes straight down when he's got it working. There's a pitch way inside, ball 4.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 11, the second baseman, Benjamine Dilla.
Dilla's hitting 273, 3 for 11.
So Leonel Navient is on first base. We'll see if he's going to do any running. He's being held on by Maurice Wilhelm. He's got a pretty big lead over there. Koch delivers to the plate, and the fastball catches the inside corner, strike 1 to Benjamine Dilla. Dilla is a veteran. He's 32 years of age. In fact, he just turned 32 on September the 9th. He has been MVP of the Holland Series 3 times. He's spent a long, productive career playing in Tunis. There's a hit and run. The ball is hit in the air to right center field. Kotovsky charging in. He's under it, and he makes the catch, and retreating to first base is Navient. One down.
Next batter for Team Belgium, number 26, the right fielder, Thomas Dewolf.
Dewolf hitting 250, 3 for 12. And he has a home run.
You saw his home run yesterday, correct?
Yes.
Where did it go?
Over the fence, of course.
Was it a Dewolfian home run? Because he hits them very far sometimes.
It went far.
Wind is blowing out.
In his favor.
Yeah, which is not something he normally needs. Navient on first. Again, the pitch. Fastball at the outside corner for a strike. Dewolf and Koch have faced each other. Although most of Thomas's career in the Bundesliga was spent in the Bundesliga South, but these two, I think these two have faced each other either in playoff action or in the All-Star game. Another fastball, this one off the plate away, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Max Bolt, the catcher, in fact, was teammates with Dewolf, as Thomas played with the Mainz Athletics in 2016 and led them to their second Bundesliga championship. There's the pitch, and he fouls it back. Pretty good cut. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The Spanish team played shift on Dewolf. As we watch the replay of hit and run.
Yeah, I can imagine teams maybe would think about doing that. He does try to pull the ball a lot. Pitches upstairs 2-2. I got to say, though, I've seen him hit home runs to left field before.
I think his shot was straight center.
Yeah, well, I guess if you're a home run, the shift doesn't do anything anyways. No. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Dewolf with Leonel Navient on first base. And there he goes. Big curveball is taken high. Bolt's throw, and they got him.
So just in time.
And Dewolf, I think for a minute, Dewolf thought the pitch was going to be called a strike. And he was relieved to find out that no. So we've had 2 caught stealings in the first inning of this ball game.
And both catchers showed that they're not scared to throw it down to second.
Play goes 2-6. And the pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3, Dewolf way out in front of an off-speed pitch from Sasha Koch. And the inning ends scoreless. No runs, no hits, no errors. It was almost identical to the German.
I was going to say.
And goes back to the Bible, thou shalt not steal.
So we go to the second inning here in Hoofddorp. This is the 2016, where am I? The 2018 Super 6 presented by the World Baseball Softball Commission. Broadcasting partner, Playo.tv.
And we'll be back.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Leading off the inning for Team Germany, number 23, the catcher, Max Bolt.
Bolt is hitting 167, 1 for 6 at the tournament.
It'll be 4, 5, and 6. Bolt, Göring, and Maurice Wilhelm for Team Germany against Cedric De Smet, who pitched around a walk and a caught stealing with 2 strikeouts in the first inning. And so Bolt steps up to the plate. And De Smet's first pitch on the way. That one is in there for strike 1. So far in the early going, De Smet has been throwing first pitch strikes. And the right-hander comes back 0-1. And that one missed a little bit down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Infield is playing Bolt straight away. So is the outfield. Bolt is a guy who hits the ball all over the field. He drives the ball to right field with great authority. Like that. There's a line drive towards the line, and it's going to land on the warning track and one hop the wall. Dewolf one-hands it and fires it back in, and Bolt stays put at first with a single.
First hit of the game.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 16, the designated hitter, Simon Göring.
Göring's hitting 100, 1 for 10.
Which is a far cry from his 500 in the Bundesliga, which actually went up since the start of the playoffs. In over 120 at-bats, I believe, batting 500 in Germany.
That's crazy.
Right-hand hitter, he's the captain of the national team. Bolt on first base, and there's a swing and a line drive. Base hit down the third base line into the corner. Bolt is motoring around second base. Ball's picked up by Puzmans. He fires it in, and that is a double for Simon Göring. Germany with runners on second and third and nobody out here in the second inning.
Next batter For Team Germany, number 24, the first baseman, Maurice Wilhelm.
Wilhelm hitting 333, 1 for 3.
Now, Wilhelm is the guy I mentioned, the perfect game in relief. Wilhelm came in game 4 of the playoffs between the Capitals and the Legionnaire in the 10th inning of a 2-2 tie, and he pitched 9 perfect innings and then was relieved by Sasha Koch, who got the win after Bond walked it off. And he looks at a first pitch breaking ball from De Smet that missed, and De Smet was dismayed that he didn't get that call. Second and third, nobody out. Infield is in. So Belgium on the defensive right away. Here's the pitch. That curveball does catch the corner, 1-1. Have you ever seen anybody pitch a perfect game in relief?
No. That's unheard of.
I mean, the only other time I know of it happening in the major leagues was a ball game that Babe Ruth started. He got ejected after arguing balls and strikes to the first batter. Pitch is low. And then Ernie Shore came in and retired the next 27, and they gave him credit for a perfect game. After, I think he came in with a runner on first, and that runner was caught stealing.
Okay.
And then 26 more guys in a row went down. But that's, you know.
It's crazy.
Wilhelm did it starting in the 10th inning of a game, of a playoff game. 2-1. Runners on second and third. The pitch popped foul out of play. 2-2. Maurice, by the way, also scored the winning run in that game. He singled leading off the bottom of the 19th inning. It's a sentence I probably will never say again in my life. Two and two to Wilhelm. The pitch on the way. This is a big chopper, and that is through the infield, a base hit. In to score is Bolt. Goering is going to be held as Puzmans comes up with a good throw to the plate. Wilhelm takes second on the throw. Good base runner. 1-0 Germany.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 10, the left fielder, Daniel Thieben.
So Wilhelm will get a single and an RBI. He takes second on the throw, which went 7-2. And Germany again with runners on second and third, still nobody out. And Daniel Thieben, as you mentioned, is going to step up. He's a member of the Paderborn Untouchables.
This is his first at bat at the tournament.
First at bat as a 25-year-old. He turned 25 on the 18th. Here's the pitch. Inside corner, strike one. Thieben spent some time in the Seattle Mariners organization from 2012 to 2014. Runners on second and third, nobody out. The pitch missed inside, ball 1-1. Well, De Smet had an easy first inning, not so much this inning. Germany has done something that they haven't done yet, and that is score first in a game. It's got to feel good for them. And the pitch on the way. Breaking ball is low and outside. Goering at third. Wilhelm is at second. De Smet has his sign. 2-1 on Thieben. The pitch. And that one is right through there on the inside corner. Thieben was looking for something else. That's strike two. Here it comes. Breaking ball, and he fouled it off to stay alive. You can see Thieben was out in front of that pitch and waited as long as he could. De Smet would love a pop-up, or even better, a strikeout. With all the wind, pop-ups are no automatic either.
No.
And the pitch on the way. There's a liner, and it's caught by the second baseman, Dilla, and the runners have to go back. Little humpback line drive.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 2, the shortstop, Nadya Latifi.
Latifi is hitting 2 for 7. 286 is his batting average.
He's a guy you can see the talent, especially with the bat. The ball just pops off of his bat when he makes contact. But he's still learning. He made a base running mistake in the game yesterday, I believe it was. And the pitch to him. Hit hard on the ground, and it is gloved by Ruvens. He looks the runner back. The throw to first is in time. Good play by Robin Ruvens, making sure Goering stayed put at third, and he throws across for the put out, 2 down.
Coming up to the plate, number 8, the center fielder, Kevin Kotovsky.
Kotovsky so far 0 for 2.
Kotovsky, left-hand hitter, member of the Mainz Athletics. He's been a member of the Athletics for 10 years, since 2008. Here's the pitch to him. And a curveball is way high and inside. So Germany had a very promising beginning to the inning. 3 hard-hit balls. Single, double, single from Bolt, Goering, and Wilhelm, but then Thieben lined out. Latifi grounded out, and runners...
See the replay here.
Yeah, runners were at second and third with nobody out. Now they're at second and third with 2 out. The run is in, and Kotovsky showed bunt, took a strike. That would have been a safety squeeze attempt. Goering is on third base. Goering, a very, very smart base runner. He does not get thrown out very often.
As it starts sprinkling here a little bit in the ballpark.
They're running for the hills. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kotovsky. He asks for time and receives. Now De Smet walks back to the grass behind the mound. Yeah, it looks like there's a pretty fast-moving cloud with rain. Yep, we're going to have a rain delay. And it is pouring now.
Well, that goes quick over here in Hoofddorp.
Well, anybody know any
Within
jokes?
seconds. Within seconds.
Who wants to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game? Germany with runners on second and third. Look at the empty stands right there. And but what a fantastic job, by the way. We might as well give credit to the Playo.tv crew. You see the guys doing the camera standing in the rain because that's their job. They are here for you viewers, and they're doing a wonderful job. And well, we can talk a little bit about some of the baseball you guys have seen. How about that Netherlands-Italy game last night?
That was a crazy showdown. It went back and forth the entire time, went into extra innings, and 7 home runs combined. It was crazy. The grandstand was filled up, and you could feel the tension on the fans every single time. Just before the pitch, you heard nothing. Everybody was so quiet and so anxious if what's going to happen next. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy atmosphere over here in the ballpark.
Netherlands-Italy is basically the Yankees-Red Sox of Europe. I think they have such a long-standing rivalry, you know, always sort of competing with one another for the European Championship crown. And Netherlands has won it 22 times. Italy, I think, 12 or 13 off the top of my head without checking my notes because I put my notes away so they don't get rained on. So, but yeah, the game you guys saw, I got to see the last 2 innings or so of it last night. I watched it on my phone from the comfort of the Munich public transportation system.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, that was a sarcastic statement, by the way. But it was nothing short, you know, you almost expect that with Netherlands-Italy. You get these back and forth affairs, and no one seems to really be able to quite close it out. And it almost seems to come down to, well, who gets to bat last? And last night it was Netherlands.
But I'll tell you what, Tim, we're going to see something very similar tonight at 7:30.
Yeah. Spain and Netherlands, that's going to be
the next showdown.
Spain is out for vengeance because they played the 2 games that they played versus Netherlands in 2016. One of them was a 1-0 victory for Netherlands. The other was the championship game, which was a 3-2 walk-off in 10 innings. And that was a game that was really decided. Spain could have won that game. They rallied for 2 runs in the 8th inning on a 2-run home run off the bat of Jesus Martinez. But just before he hit that home run, Deshenko Ricardo picked off a runner from second base. So that changed a 2-run homer. It would have been a 3-run homer, and it became a 2-run homer.
Okay.
And then Netherlands tied the game at 2 and then eventually walked it off in the bottom of the 10th inning thanks to the tiebreaker rule with runners on first and second. But it was that close for Spain dethroning Netherlands. And you know that they are hungry. They're back with almost the exact same team that they had in 2016. So, I mean, as is Netherlands.
As Team Belgium takes the field again after this quick shower here in Hoofddorp.
Yeah, that was a very quick downpour. It almost looked like it was snowing for a minute. But not anymore.
Well, anything's possible at baseball.
The wind's still blowing, but the sun is coming through again, so the field should dry up quite quickly.
We're in the top of the second inning with 2 outs, runners on second and third.
Well, if you're going to have a rain delay, that's the way to do it. There was literally one, and the sun comes out. Would you believe that? Suddenly I need sunglasses again. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That was like a Charlie Brown cloud. It just sort of followed one person around for 10 minutes. Whoever that person was, they
Get out of here.
away. Yeah, exactly. Well, the field looks to be in pretty good shape. I've seen it before. There was a game earlier this year in Heidenheim. It was beautiful weather, and about 5 minutes before the game started, there was one cloud that just dumped all this rain on the field, and there were lakes behind the shortstop, and then we had to wait an hour while they cleaned it up. This looks like we're going to resume right now. So the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. There are 2 outs, runners on second and third. Kotovsky is at the plate, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Now it's 1-2. Germany had 3 straight hits to start the inning. They got a run out of it, and it looked like they would get more, but De Smet is trying to squelch that rally with runners on second and third. The infield can play back now. And the pitch. This ball fouled away.
Yeah, in the second inning, Team Germany already at the bottom of their lineup.
What was that, about a 6-minute rain delay, would you say?
Something like that. Something like that.
1-2 on Kotovsky. Goering and Wilhelm, the base runners. The pitch. A little flare to short left field. Coming on is Poesmans. That ball drops. In to score Goering. Here's the throw to the plate. Wilhelm is out at home plate. Very good throw from left field, but Germany gets a run, and they lead 2-0 at the end of an inning and a half. So Kotovsky with an RBI single. That scores Goering, and Wilhelm is cut down 7-2. I didn't see a cutoff throw. Did you see a cutoff throw? Maybe there was a cutoff throw.
No, he threw all the way through.
All the way through. So that'll end the inning. And we go to the bottom of the second inning. It's Germany 2, Belgium nothing. This is the 2018 Super 6 tournament presented by the WBSC with live broadcasting partner Playo.tv, which you can find at baseballsoftball.tv.
Exactly.
I think I got them all in there. So we'll be right back after a short break. Thanks, everybody.
Leading off here in the second, number 20, the shortstop, Dennis De Quint.
De Quint is hitting .455 in the tournament, 5 for 11 with a home run.
And Sasha Koch's first pitch is in for a strike. Koch pitching with a lead now, 2-0, as Germany has pushed a couple of runs across. De Quint, the number 4 hitter, so 4, 5, and 6. After that, it'll be Steven Delanoy and Robin Rubens. That pitch is low, 1 ball, 1 strike. De Quint is a veteran. He's 33 years of age. Spent a lot of time with the national team. And the pitch. That ball is hit high in the air to deep right field. Going back on it, Emke, he leaps, and that ball is gone.
Home run for Dennis De Quint.
His second home run in the tournament.
Well, it had the right sound off the bat, a really loud crack, and he drove it to the opposite field.
You could hear it all the way through the ballpark. Next
Curious
batter
to see.
for Team Belgium, number 3, the center fielder, Steven Delanoy.
Delanoy also hitting .455, 5 for 11, the same as De Quint.
And I'm sure at some point we're going to see a replay of that as the left-handed hitting Delanoy comes up. It's 2-1 Germany now. And the pitch to Delanoy is a fastball in the outside corner for a strike. Delanoy is also 35 years of age. In fact, he's about 2 weeks older than Dennis De Quint, both born in May of 1983. The next pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, nobody on. A run is in on the home run off the bat of De Quint. And there's that big curveball, drops in for a strike. Good pitch from Sasha Koch, 1-2. And this one is low, 2-2. That was the first hit for Team Belgium against Sasha Koch, who allowed a walk and a strikeout in the first inning. 2-2 on Steven Delanoy. And this ball is fouled away. That was a fastball. Koch's fastball is fairly straight. It does have a little bit of movement going away from the hitter, though you see the replay on the home run. The only question was whether it was going to be high enough. It certainly was hit hard enough.
Oh, yeah.
2-2 to Delanoy. That pitch looked like it swept down and in for ball 3, 3-2. So Koch, given a lead, gives up a home run. Now you know he does not want to walk Delanoy. Put the tying run on base for Rubens. Here's the payoff. Fastball is outside, ball 4.
Next batter for Team Belgium, number 10, the third baseman, Robin Rubens.
Rubens is 3 for 9 in the tournament. That is 333 as we see some.
Yeah, Koch, when he came out to throw his warm-up pitches, he looked a little bit uncomfortable with the dirt on the mound after that little rain delay that we had. The mound maybe got a little bit wet, and Koch requesting that the grounds crew come out. And I think he needs he needs the cleats to get the dirt out of his spikes. Yeah. That's what he needs. The rubber spikes to. You could see he was kicking at the mound before he threw his first pitch of the inning, even because the mud was getting caught in his cleats, and now he's able to get it out. So it's not working on the mound. It's just getting a little bit more. As we see again, that's a really good swing. Swinging, driving through the ball, even to the opposite field. Emke with a leap, but it was out of his reach. Home run, Dennis De Quint. So now runner at first base, Steven Delanoy, nobody out. Let's see if Delanoy is going to do any running. He does not have a big lead. And Rubens showed punt and took a fastball high, ball 1.
And very often, Belgium tries to bunt whenever they have runner on first with no outs.
Yeah, you'll see Team Germany do that a lot as well. Here's the pitch. And it is bunted up the first base side, and it trickles foul. Wilhelm waited until it rolled to the right of the line. Strike 1 on Rubens. I remember thinking, to your point, Richard, last time I saw Team Germany in Hoofddorp, they bunted almost every single time they had a runner on, even if there was one out. And now that I think about it, they also used openers in all of their games. They used a tandem pitching. Martin Helmig was almost never went more than 2 innings with any pitcher, except for Unorbo Marquez against Czech Republic. Sorry to remind you.
No problem.
Breaking ball is taken for a ball. Rubens was showing bunt and he pulled it back. So the count 2-1. And I remember at the time thinking that it was almost like a very old school bunting philosophy and a very modern bullpen philosophy. And now that we've seen the Rays sort of make it popular in Major League Baseball, I have a name for it. Although I don't think Sasha Kolk is an opener today. Here's the pitch. That's inside. 3-1 the count. You know the games that for the 4, 5, and 6 teams, Germany, Netherlands, and Czech, when they play each other, those are the real games that they go in looking to win. There's a bunt, and Kolk fields it, and he shovels it to Wilhelm, so they do get the out at first, and the runner moves to second base, Illinois. One down.
Next batter for Team Belgium, number 1, the first baseman, Jamie Verheelewegen.
Verheelewegen is batting 300, 3 out of 10.
Verheelewegen, a left-handed hitter. He's the first baseman. He's got the tying run in scoring position with Steven Delanoy. See, the wind keeps blowing the center field camera. Pitch is low and inside, ball 1.
As you look at the flags there, pointing straight out of the ballpark in favor of the hitters. It's been like that all week.
It's pointing towards the airport. We've seen a lot of liftoff so far. Pitch is down and in.
Yeah,
2-0.
You'll experience throughout the day that some airplanes are going right over the stadium here.
Yeah, I saw that.
It gets loud.
Yeah, it's like Shea Stadium in the old days, right next to JFK Airport in New York City. 2 balls, no strikes on Jamie Verheelewegen. Delanoy at second base, 1 out. The pitch, that's high, ball 3. So Kolk still kicking at the dirt on the mound. The last time he pitched was actually in that 19th inning. Oh, excuse me, check that. He started the next game after that, the game 5, so he's also technically in the middle of that game. It's possible to be in 2 places at once. And he steps off again. 3 balls and no strikes to count. For the 27-year-old Jamie Verheelewegen. And taking all the way, and that pitch was nowhere close.
Walk 3 for Sasha Kolk.
Next batter for Team Belgium, number 15, the catcher, Tim Verachtert.
Verachtert is hitting 333, 2 for 6. As we see a timeout for Team Germany.
Troy Williams wants to go out and have a little chat with Sasha. Give him some time to breathe, and Sasha still kicking at the dirt, trying to get the mud out of his cleats. He walked the first batter of the game, then retired Dilla and Dewolf. He was helped out by that caught stealing in the first inning. This inning gives up the leadoff home run. 2 walks. The only out that he's received is thanks to the sacrifice punt. So you could say that he didn't really even earn that out in this inning. So a little bit uncomfortable so far in the early going, especially after that little rain delay for Sasha Kolk. He's going to try and find it. And he's going to deal with Tim Verachtert, catcher. Verachtert has also played in Germany. I mentioned that at the top of the broadcast as Kolk checks on Delanoy at second base. Latifi was running in behind him. Nothing going on, though. First and second. Delanoy is at second. Verheelewegen is at first, not being held on. And the pitch. That's low, blocked by Bolt. 1 ball, no strikes. And again, he's looking back at the mound, jumping up and down, kicking the dirt. 1-0 on Verachtert, the number 8 hitter. And this one finds the zone for strike 1. Third baseman Brank is playing closer to the line, and Latifi is shaded up the middle. There's a pretty big hole on the left side of the infield. If Faragtert can ground one through that side, it might lead to a tie game. The pitch, a line shot down the right field line, and this one goes foul and out of play. Strike two, 1-2. Well, the wind is blowing from left to right, so anything hit in that direction is going to be pushed even further that way. Here's the pitch. Big curve, but this one is high. And the count 2-2. Runners leading first and second. One out in the inning, 2-1 Germany. And the pitch. A little flare to short right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Delanoy was waiting. Now he's being held, but he runs through the sign, and the throw to the plate is not in time. As Wilhelm didn't realize that Delanoy was going to try to score. He ran through the stop sign. This ball game is tied at 2. That goes as an RBI single for Tim Faragtert. Didn't hit it hard, but
sometimes that's all you need. Next batter for Team Belgium, number 7, the left fielder, Yves Postmans.
Postmans hitting .286, 2 for 7 in the tournament.
Postman, the number 9 hitter. Still first and second. Only one out in the inning. Now the runners for Halevegen and for Faragtert. Postman, another right-hand hitter. Infield back looking to turn 2 if they can get a ground ball. And the pitch. He bunts it, and he was bunting for a hit, and he fouled it off. Strike 1. Brank at third was playing back. And if he had gotten that one down the third base line, that would have been a hit all the way.
Oh, for sure.
One strike on Yves Postman. Brank still playing now even with the bag towards the grass cutout. Here's the pitch from Sasha. And it missed the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sasha has really had to labor this inning. He sat around for a little while Germany was hitting. They scored a couple runs, plus that little rain delay that was maybe 5-6 minutes. And the pitch on the way. That one is high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sasha having trouble locating his fastball. And after every pitch, he's back there trying to get the mud out of his cleats. There comes the 2-1. Runners leading first and second. Swing and a miss. That was a big cut. 2-2. Koch already at 37 pitches in this game. And we're only with 1 out in the second inning.
But also Team Belgium already at the bottom after the lineup.
Yeah, we've seen almost identical innings.
Yeah.
Pitch is high and the count now full, 3-2. Sasha just not able to find the location on the fastball. And he seems to be struggling with the dirt on the mound. The right-hander looks in for his sign from Bolt. 3-2. Will the runners go? And the pitch is swung on and missed, and it's a good thing they were not going. So that's Koch's second strikeout. And it's the second out. And now the lineup turns over.
Next batter for Team Belgium, number 5, the designated hitter, Leonel Navient.
Navient walked in his first at bat, so he's still 250, 1 for 4 in the tournament.
Second at bat in 2 innings. And he's got runners on first and second for Halevegen and for Faragtert. Left-hand hitter, and the pitch, he shows bunt and takes a breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. Again, Brank back at third. If you're going to bunt for a hit with 2 outs, You better really place it well. One strike on Navient. Koch a long check on the runner at second. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Threw it right by him, 0-2. This inning started with Dennis DeQuint's home run. And then Stephen Della and I walked and later came around to score on the RBI single off the bat of Faragtert. And now time is called. Bolt wants to go out and talk it over with Sasha Koch. That runner on second base that can see the signs. You want to make sure you don't make any mistake here, hang a breaking ball or cross up the catcher, which could also lead to a wild pitch. Ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Probably it's a verbal sign now. I don't think he'll even put the fingers down. Well, he does. But it might be a decoy anyway. 0-2. And the pitch on the way. That's that big curve, and it's in there, called strike 3. And Sasha Koch comes back to strike out the final 2 hitters of the inning, but Belgium ties the game. They get 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left on base. At the end of 2, we're tied at 2. Deuce is wild. This is the 2018 Super 6 tournament presented by the WBSC, live on baseballsoftball.tv, thanks to Playo.tv. There's a lot of different ways to say that.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
As you're watching the highlights of previous innings, we're ready to start inning number 3.
Top of the 3rd, leading off for Team Germany, number 1, the second baseman, Lukas Jahn.
Lukas Jahn is 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the game.
And De Smet now working with the game tied again, and his first pitch is smacked on the ground to the second baseman Dilla. He fires to first base. 1 pitch, 1 out.
What else to wish for?
Next batter, number 30, the third baseman, Erik Brenk.
Brenk walked in the first inning. Later on, he was caught stealing. Batting average .273.
Each team with a caught stealing in this game. Brenk was the victim of Tim Faragtert. Right-hand hitter. There's a pitch. That's in there on the inside corner. Strike 1 to him. Brenk has homered in this ballpark before. Remember that. I think that was even against Belgium a couple of years ago. Pitch. This is a breaking ball. It's fouled off his leg. Strike 2, nothing in 2. Now the wind picks up again. If you look off to the left beyond the left field fence, you see all the trees. If there was no wind, they would be pointed straight up, but they're
bent quite a bit.
They're bent all to the right. They look like they're like a paintbrush being dragged along the surface. There's a curve outside off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But the sun is out. And it's baseball, so no better place to be. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball slowly grounded on the third baseline, and it's foul. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. I imagine this is what Wrigley Field is like sometimes. Have you ever been to Wrigley Field?
I've been to Wrigley Field, yeah.
I'm jealous. The pitch inside, and it hits him, so Brink is...
As a matter of fact, it was a Wednesday game at 1:30 in the afternoon, and it was almost a sellout crowd.
I believe you.
On a Wednesday.
What year was it?
Like 3 or 4 years ago.
Was it, well, so before they won the World Series? Or after they, well, 2016 or 2015?
I guess I have to look that up.
I've never been to Wrigley, so I'm jealous.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 26, the right fielder, Mike Imke.
Imke struck out looking his first time. So Brink, who was caught stealing once, we'll see if he's going to try it again. He's extending his lead. Tied at 2. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. And Cedric De Smet, the right-hander, comes set. Brink not going. This pitch is fouled off. Another sidearm delivery from Cedric De Smet. That's how he struck out Imke the first time. Got him on a 2-2 pitch by dropping down a bit. Imke knew it.
But as a Yankees fan, you might remember that it was Cheaters last season because they played the Yankees, and as a farewell to Cheater.
I think that's 2014.
Yeah.
Then there's the pitch. That's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, the farewell tour. I remember the farewell tour.
That's why there were so many people in the stadium.
Imke is hitting .250 in the tournament. He, as mentioned, struck out in his first at-bat.
Imke, one of the German players with pro experience in the U.S. Here's the pitch to him. That big curveball. That one went around the plate outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. But De Smet really took a lot off that pitch and sort of lobbed it in there, but it was outside. Imke was fooled. He did not swing at it. Mike played 81 games in rookie ball for the Arizona Diamondbacks organization back in 2014, 2015. 24 years old. There's a sidearm delivery, swung on and missed. Strike 2. De Smet trying to be crafty out there, changing his arm angle a little bit. So you saw the Yankees play the Cubs in 2014 then?
Yeah, and a couple days later I was even in the White Sox Stadium where they played.
What was it? Guaranteed rate or whatever it was called. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Imke has struck out twice against De Smet. There are 2 down.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 23, the catcher, Max Bolt.
Bolt has a hit in his first at-bat. His batting average .250.
Yeah, Bolt got the inning started in the second. He singled, and then Goering doubled, and then Wilhelm singled home a run. And his single was actually a long single. It went very far to right field. The pitch is in the dirt. Taking off for second, Eric Brink, and he will make it as the throw from Faraktert was to the shortstop side of the bag. So a wild pitch will move the runner up. Germany with the tie-breaking run at second base. We are tied at 2. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Team Germany. 2-2-0 for the Red Hawks. And the pitch to Bolt in the dirt again. This one blocked by Faraktert. No advance by Brink. 2-0. Bolt his first time took a fastball away and drove it to the warning track in right field.
As we're looking at the replay, a great reaction by Eric Brink.
Yeah, as soon as the ball hit the dirt, he took off. Two-0. Here's the pitch from De Smet. And that one just missed inside. Ball 3. Now you wonder, Bolt, if there's anybody on the team that's going to get a 3-0 green light, he might be one of the guys. He and possibly Simon Goering. But probably he won't be swinging here. Let's see. Well, he took a strike. 3-1.
I got that once in my playing career. I was not a good hitter, but and it was back then with aluminum. but I swung at a 3-0 because the pitch was right in the middle, and I put it over the fence. One of my few home runs that I hit in my baseball career back in Austria.
3-1 the pitch, curveball, and he swings and misses. Now see, that's throwing a curveball to bolt on 3-1. That is respect. 3-2. I think when I played, I never swung at a 3-0 pitch because I put too much pressure on myself. I would never forgive myself for swinging at a 3-0 pitch and not hitting a home run or something like this. Not that I hit very many home runs, but you know, that's the way my teenage mind was thinking at the time. And I think actually that's the way a lot of players also think. They don't like to swing at 3-0s. And Bolt asks for time and receives.
Yeah, it was more of a reaction back then, because the pitch was so perfect. I just swung at it, and I never had a home run swing anyway. But with aluminum, it just popped off the bat.
3-2. There's a ground ball to third. Good base running by Brink, and the throw to first is in time. He was running anyway, and Rubens made the play to first, even though he could have probably tagged out Brink. But anyway, doesn't matter. The 5-3 putout ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one left on base. We go to the bottom of the third inning here in Hoofddorp, tied at 2. This is the 2018 Super 6 tournament presented by the WBSC, live on Playo.tv and Softball.tv.
The inning for Team Belgium, number 11, the second baseman, Benjamine Dilla.
Dilla hitting 250, 3 for 12. He flew out in the first at bat.
2, 3, and 4 in the order for the Red Hawks against Sasha Koch, who's back out there for his third inning of work. He labored quite a bit in the second inning, giving up 2 runs on 2 hits, and now the first pitch to Dilla is low for ball 1. Let's see if Sasha can get more of a footing out there on the mound. Last inning he was kicking at the dirt between almost every pitch. And the right-hander is ready. Here's the 1-0 to Dilla. That one's in for a strike, 1-1. .46 pitches for Sasha Koch. So far, there's activity in the bullpen for Germany. Curveball hit on the ground to second. Lucas Jan to his right gobbles it up, throws to first. There's one away.
Next batter for Team Belgium, number 26, the right fielder, Thomas Dewolf.
Dewolf struck out in his first at bat, and he's been hitting .231. 3 out of 13. Yeah, 3 out of 13.
Yeah, he's a guy that it doesn't really matter what his batting average is. Everybody knows what he can do. The Belgian Bambino. He was originally drafted by the Mets back in 2008. Or not drafted, but signed as an undrafted free agent. Pitches a curveball low for a ball. He was signed as a pitcher, actually. And when he was with the Mainz Athletics in 2016, they used him as a two-way player. He was their cleanup hitter and power hitter, and also their closer. Here's the pitch That's a strike. He definitely will pitch at some point, I would think, in this tournament, if he hasn't already. 1 ball and 1 strike to count on Dewolf. This ball hit high and deep to center field. Back goes Kotovsky. Everybody just watch this one. That is gone.
Cleared the fence by a mile.
And I don't think he really got it either. That was basically a pop-up for him. But Belgium takes a 3-2 lead on the Thomas Dewolf home run over the center field fence. The wind, actually, we mentioned in between innings, the wind is blowing in now. And that ball was still over the fence by a wide margin.
Next batter for Team Belgium, number 20, the shortstop, Dennis De Quint.
De Quint hit one over the right field fence his first time. Now the wind has shifted in his favor. It's blowing out again.
He's 6 for 12, hitting 500 in the tournament.
So 3-2 Belgium on the blast by Thomas Dewolf. First pitch, curveball is inside off the glove of Max Bolt, ball 1. There's 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. A run is in. And this one swung on and missed. De Quint was looking for back-to-back on that one, I think.
Asking for a pine tar for the bat.
He almost lost his grip on it. 1-1 the count as he's going to adjust his bat a little bit. The sun comes out again. We'll see how long that lasts. There's blue sky to the left. There's gray to the right.
Yeah, I guess it'll go back and forth the entire day.
As the wind is changing again.
That's par for the course here in the Netherlands, I guess. 1 ball, 1 strike on De Quint to the pitch. Line drive center field. That's a base hit. Kotovsky to his left to cut it off in the alleyway. De Quint hit the ball hard to the opposite field both times. And he's on with 1 out.
Next batter for Team Belgium, number 3, the center fielder, Steven Delanoy.
Delanoy is 6 for 12 with a walk in this tournament.
Cameraman in center field got the home run off Dewolf.
First pitch is a strike.
Held it in the camera.
Sometimes there's a hill up there and there's a pedestrian walkway, and I've seen fans sitting up there watching the games before, but I think today sitting
people
up
ride
there,
the bikes over there.
Yeah. Today it's a little windy up there. There's a swing and a miss from Delanoy, 0-2. Here comes a helicopter. Sasha Koch trying to work his way through 3. He's over 50 pitches now. Steven Delanoy, the batter with a 2-strike count. Dennis De Quint is on first base. The pitch, curveball, is grounded foul. Still 0-2. Now Belgium finished 6th in the last European Championships. Of course, that's how they got invited to the Super 6. Netherlands was in first place, with Spain 2nd, Italy 3rd, Germany 4th, and Czech 5th. Here's the pitch. That is up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Belgium, however, if you go way back in history, they have won the European Championship before. But it was back in the 1950s.
Really?
Which is a completely different brand of baseball. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Delanoy.
Well, I'll tell you what, in the 50s, baseball in Austria was not invented. As we see some action in the German bullpen.
Yeah. You know what? And this is just a quick aside as the next batter comes up.
At the plate now, number 10, Robin Ruvens.
Runner on first base, Steven Delanoy. 2 down in the inning. It's 3-2 Belgium. We are in the 3rd. The pitch fouled to the screen, strike 1. I travel a lot sometimes for my work, and I was in a place in Austria, in a small town, St. Johann im Pongau or something. I think that's where I was.
St. Johann im Pongau.
And we were playing, I was playing a concert, and they had an old aerial view picture of the same town. Here's the pitch, curveball, swing and a miss, strike 2. I'll get this over with very quickly. And the picture was from the 1950s, of the town, and I could see in the picture a baseball field. And so I asked the proprietor of the area, and he said, well, it was because of U.S. military installations, but the field is no longer there. The runner goes on 0-2. The pitch is fouled away.
I ran into someone in Vienna when I was packing my baseball stuff in the hallway of the house I used to live in. And he said, yeah, we played some baseball when the Americans were here in the 40s.
I mean, that's how it basically started in Germany. Mannheim was the great center of baseball activity in the 1950s and 60s. Here's the pitch. Runner goes, not going. Ground ball hit to the shortstop. Latifi backhands and shovels it to Jan to get the force to end the inning. So at first Delanoy had started, then he stopped, and then he wished he had continued because he might have had a chance to beat that.
Yeah, it could have been safe.
But the fielder's choice ends the inning. A run on 2 hits for Belgium. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. At the end of 3 full, it is 3-2 Belgium. This is the Super 6 from Hoofddorp, presented for baseballsoftball.tv by the WBSC and also on Playo.tv.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Top of the 4th inning, leading off for Team Germany. Number 16, the designated hitter, Simon Göring.
Göring hit a double in his first at-bat. He's now 2 for 11, hitting 182.
Göring, the number 5 hitter, so it'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the order here as Belgium has a 3-2 lead. In the top of the 4th, Cedric De Smet through the first 3 has given up 2 runs on 4 hits. He's thrown 53 pitches. And the right-hander deals to Göring. First pitch curve, and he missed inside, ball 1. Well, so far, I guess the difference on the pitching side between Koch and De Smet is that De Smet has just been able to get ahead of the hitters with more regularity. Fastball's inside 2-0, as I say that. But he's thrown a couple of first pitch curve balls. And Koch has kind of struggled with his command of the fastball. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that one's inside 3-0. We've had 2 home runs in the game, both from Belgium, Dennis de Quint and Thomas Dewolf. And Simon takes a strike. He thought it was going to be called ball 4. Simon is a catcher, so he knows how to cultivate that relationship with the umpire. 3-1 to him. And De Smet's pitch threw him a curve, and it's outside, ball 4. Simon not chasing that one. He's on first with a leadoff walk.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 24. First baseman, Maurice Wilhelm.
Wilhelm drove in a run. Sorry, took the words out of your mouth, Robert.
No problem. He has a hit in the game, and he's 2 for 4. Sorry, 5 on.
Right-hand hitter with power. Born in Berlin, but he grew up in San Diego. And the pitch is low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Thinking about that 3-1 curveball that De Smet threw to Göring. That's the same thing he did with Bolt. So De Smet, who knows these hitters from having pitched against them, obviously, showing some respect. Göring on first base. He might try to go at some point. Swing and a foul. Martin Helmig likes to do the hit and run a lot, and especially when Simon Göring is on first base. And a guy like Maurice Wilhelm at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a check on Goering. Maurice Wilhelm attended Point Loma Nazarene University in California. He's been a member of the national team for a long time. He's showing bunt. And he lays it down to the right side, fielded by De Smet. And he throws it to Dilla covering. 2-4 goes the put out, and Goering goes to second base.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 10, the left fielder, Daniel Thieben.
Thieben line out in his first at bat, so he's 0 for 1 in the tournament.
Yeah, he came to the plate with runners on second and third and only 1 out. And he hit that little humpback line drive. Here's the pitch. There's a chopper to the left side to deep short. It is fielded by DeQuint, and he throws to first in time to get Thieben by a half a step. Good play by Dennis DeQuint on a ball hit towards the hole. And Goering could not advance, so there are 2 away.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 2, the shortstop, Nadya Latifi.
His first at bat, he ground out to third baseman. So he's 2 for 8.
The young 20-year-old, originally from Dortmund, he's been in the Cincinnati Reds organization for the past couple of years. He's been in rookie ball. Right-hand hitter, stands very close to the plate. Here's the pitch. And that's on the inside corner, 0-1. (3-2) Belgium. We are in the top of the 4th inning. And De Smet checks on Goering and deals. It's popped up to right field. Dewolf is camped under it, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So the leadoff walk does not pan out for Team Germany. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning here in Hoofddorp. It is 3-2 Belgium. This is the Super 6 tournament presented by the WBSC on baseballsoftball.tv.
Since you mentioned San Diego earlier, Tim, we had an import player from San Diego, Bob Simino, back in the days, and he came in a month early in February. Just for the matter of fact, he said he wanted to see snow. He said, Bob, there's snow in California, up in the north in Lake Tahoe. I've been snowboarding there. He said, yeah, well, I've seen snow on the ground, but never falling it from the skies. And he came a month early to see snow fall from the sky, and it actually happened in that year. So he was lucky.
Well, I can imagine if he's from San Diego, he might also never have seen rain in his life before.
Oh, they get some rain. But
yeah, sure, but the weather's always beautiful there.
They open their Christmas presents in shorts.
Yeah.
It's
like
25 degrees all year round. So
yeah, like my friends from Australia, they don't know what Christmas without surfing, basically. It's like
that's crazy.
In Germany, we have the issue that the players all stay late so that they can go to the Oktoberfest. So they stay past the end of the season to go to Oktoberfest, which starts, by the way, today.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Today it started. So now we know why Richard is leaving earlier.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, well, that was Oktoberfest.
Cats out of the bag.
His places to go to. So leading off the inning for Team Belgium, the first baseman, Jamie Verheelewegen.
Verheelewegen walked in his first at-bat, so he's still 3 for 10, hitting 300.
Sasha Cole back to work, trying to keep it where it is. First pitch is a strike, and he's ahead of Verheelewegen. Bottom of the order, 7-8-9 against Sasha, who has given up the 3 runs on 4 hits. 2 long hits, though. There's a fly ball sliced down the left field line. That ball is foul and out of play. Strike 2 on Verheelewegen. There's some stirring around in the Belgian bullpen, but nobody is throwing. I see some people stretching. And right now, the activity seems to have stopped in the Germany bullpen. There's the 0-2. Strike 3 called in the outside corner.
Next batter.
Verheelewegen didn't like it. Sorry.
That's okay. Next batter for Team Belgium, number 15, the catcher, Tim Verachtert.
Verachtert has a hit in this game. 1 RBI, so he's hitting 3 for 7. 429.
The win and the light. It switches all the time.
There's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Now 4 straight strikes for Sasha Koch, all with the fastball so far this inning.
AK-47.
Certainly a good sign for him. Sometimes, you know, a pitcher might be uncomfortable the first couple innings and then just something clicks. Pitch is high, 1 ball, 1 strike. We saw Sasha kind of kicking around at the dirt on the mound early in the game after that brief rain shower. And he requested to get the cleat cleaner. I don't know what that's called. Spikes, I guess.
Yeah, it's the little rubber mat with spikes on it.
The last fastball had good pop, but it just missed down and away. 2 balls and a strike. All fastballs this inning from Sasha. The next one on the way. This ball's popped foul out of play. 2-2 now the count. And the wind turns around and blows towards us. I know, my depth of perception is off. The wind is still blowing out. That's probably what it was. The wind is not actually changing direction. It's just my eyes are going. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's early in the day, Tim. It's okay.
I only just got here. Here's a ground ball to Lucas Jan, who fields and flips it to first. 2 down. So
Next batter for Team Belgium, number 7, the left fielder, Yves Postmans.
Postmans struck out in his first at bat, so he's 2 for 8.
Guzman, the number 9 hitter. As Sasha Koch trying to have a 1-2-3 inning. The first real 1-2-3 inning. He had a 3-up, 3-down inning in the first, but that was thanks to a caught stealing. His first pitch is up high for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. He looks to be throwing a little bit harder this inning than he was earlier in the game.
Yeah, maybe now that the clouds are gone, it's maybe a couple degrees warmer and he's more comfortable.
Maybe just took him a while to get loose. Pitch is fouled to the screen. 1-1. I still think, from what I remember this inning, it's all fastballs. Has not messed around with anything else from what I remember. He's got a 1-1 count and threw the fastball by Guzman for strike 2.
I think the mound got drier, so he can press harder.
Yeah,
Could be.
maybe in the previous innings he was just too concerned about his cleats.
Well, sometimes, you know, it also can be that you're just trying to think too much when you're out there. There's a fastball. Check swing. Did he go? No, says the first base umpire from Slovenia. Ball 2. A lot of times you can get yourself into trouble when you try to be too fine, try to hit the corners, try to, you know, paint the edges of the strike zone, and a lot of times it's better to just aim for the middle and let the movement take over. This ball popped up behind the plate, foul ground. Bolt gives it a look. He has a play, and he makes it. So it is a 1-2-3 inning for Sasha Koch. And at the end of 4, we go to the 5th inning here in Hoofddorp on day 4 of the 2018 Super 6. It's 3-2 Belgium. This is the inaugural Super 6 tournament presented from the WBSC, live on baseballsoftball.tv.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Top of the 5th inning, leading off for Team Germany, number 8, the center fielder, Kevin Kotovsky.
Kotovsky has a hit in the game. Hit the ball down the left field. So he's 1 for 3, batting .333 in the tournament.
He drove in a run as well with that hit. That was Germany's second run, and Cedric De Smet with pitch number 65 is up high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 9, 1, and 2 in the order for Germany here in the 5th inning. And De Smet, the right-hander, comes back 1-0. That's a fastball over the outside corner, 1-1. Kevin Kotovsky has dual citizenship with Finland and Germany.
And the name sounds Polish.
So it's typical mix.
He's international.
Yeah.
Which is inside 2-1.
The international Kevin.
It's, I believe his mother is Finnish. 2 balls and a strike, and the pitch. That one is upstairs for ball 3. I've never had a chance to ask Kevin about this, but you know they have that very famous national sport that is similar to baseball in Finland. It's called pesäpallo.
I saw the pictures.
Yes. 3-1. And ball 4 taken outside. Leadoff walk for Kotovsky. And look for him to maybe do some running.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 1, second baseman, Lukas Jan.
Lukas Jan still hitless in the tournament. 0 for 10 with a strikeout and ground out in this game.
That was the 3rd walk of the game, plus a hit batter for Cedric De Smet. You might see Kotovsky take off and then Jan bunt, or as a throw over, and Kotovsky with a pretty short lead. For Hellewagen was playing in front of the bag. And Kotovsky simply extends his lead now. He's not going. The pitch is bunted, and he drags it. It's a good one. Fielded by Hellewagen. He flips it to Dilla covering, who just gets out of the way of Lukas Jan, who was bunting for a hit, but probably is going to be given credit for a sacrifice on that. It does move the runner up.
Nice play there on the second baseman. Next
Dilla.
batter for Team Germany, number 30, the third baseman, Erik Brenk.
Jan trying to drag that ball. He pulled it a little bit too close to the first baseman. On a play like that, you want to try to get it in between the pitcher and the first baseman and get it past them.
Brenk has reached base both times. He walked and he was hit by a pitch.
And he fouls away that pitch.
That was one of my few weapons, but as a righty I did the push bunt to second baseman.
That's the way to do it. I was a horrible bunter. In fact, I was known as the piano man on my baseball team because not only can I play the piano, I run like I'm carrying one behind me.
My whole career was based on bunting. Even when I swung at the ball, it was a bunt.
No balls and a strike on Erik Brenk. The pitch. Line drive on a 1 hop, actually, to the shortstop, De Quint, who has to check the runner and throw to first in time. That ball hit off the end of the bat. It was not hit as hard as I initially thought, and it sort of died in the air and floated on 1 hop to Dennis De Quint, the shortstop.
Next batter, number 26, the right fielder, Mike Imke.
Imke struck out twice in this game. So he's hitting 2 for 9.
Germany struggling to string hits together. They had 3 consecutive hits in the second inning as Imke takes a pitch down and in, ball 1. But other than that, they've only had 1 other hit. They have been given some base runners. De Smet has only had 1 2-3 inning, and even that one was not clean. He had a walk, but then Brenk was caught stealing. That was in the first inning. There's the pitch. A high pop-up left side. The shortstop, De Quint and Ruvens looking after it. It is De Quint who one-hands it on the grass to end the inning. Germany doesn't score. Despite the leadoff walk, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base for the 3rd consecutive inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th here in Hoofddorp. It's 3-2 Belgium. This is the 2018 Super 6 tournament presented by the WBSC, live on baseballsoftball.tv. Welcome back to Hoofddorp. 3-2, Belgium leading. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Sascha Kolk still on the mound for Team Germany. And we're getting ready to start things here with the top of the lineup.
Leading off for Team Belgium, number 5, the designated hitter, Leonel Navient.
Navient walked in his first at bat and struck out in his second one. So he's 1 for 5, batting 200 in the tournament.
And he was also caught stealing. Both teams have had a runner caught stealing. Germany's had one thrown out at home plate. First pitch, and that is a good curveball, probably the best one we've seen so far from Kolk in this game. 1 strike on Navient. And the next one. That fastball missed a little bit low. 1-1. Next one on the way. This ball popped foul off to the left out of play. Strike 2, that ball lands in the stands. There's one guy sitting over there, and that ball almost found that guy. Always bring a glove to the ballpark. Have you guys had any foul balls back here yet this week?
Well, there was a ball in the grandstand in here, but not here on in the box here.
Not on our laptops.
No, we're pretty safe over here.
That's good. Pitches outside, 2-2. Infield back, outfield straightaway. It is 3-2 Belgium. Tie out bottom of the 5th, nobody out. And that fastball just off the corner, 3-2. Now, you know, Reina wants to get on base. See if he can possibly steal and avenge that caught stealing in the first inning. Just a 1-run game so far. There's a comebacker, and it's deflected away from Kolk. He recovers, fires, and not in time. Well, we'll see how that's going to be scored. It was hit pretty sharply, but on one bounce right back to Sascha, who was a little bit out of position after his follow-through. But he looked very comfortable going after the ball. Let's take a look at this again. Well, he had it, and it just popped out of his glove, and then it went behind the mound towards the shortstop.
At the plate for Team Belgium, number 11, the second baseman, Benjamine Dilla.
And they have awarded a single to that. So it's a leadoff single for Leonel Navient. He's on first base for the second time. He has a huge lead. And the pitch is bunted in front of the plate. Barehanded by Bolt, he fires to second, and it is in time. A very good throw. That ball was bunted right out in front of the plate, and Max could only do it with the bare hand. And he fired a seed to Latifi covering second base.
Next batter, number 26, the right fielder, Thomas Dewolf.
So 1 out, and so far you got to say bunting has not really paid off for anybody in this game.
Not really.
Probably nobody has read the book Moneyball.
And even now, that's... Well, here's Thomas Dewolf. He homered, one of the 3 true outcomes. Curveball, and that one is high. Dewolf struck out his first at-bat. I believe you mentioned that already anyway, but his home run was extremely high, and it went over the center field fence. That's a good fastball from Sascha Kolk. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dilla at first base does not have the same size lead that Navient had. But with Dewolf at the plate, might not matter. The pitch, fastball over the inside corner. That's a good pitch. Dewolf likes to extend his arms, and he looks for stuff out over the plate. And Kolk came in with that one. 1-2. Here it comes. Breaking ball. This one in the dirt, blocked by Bolt. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. There's 1 out in the inning. Runner on first base is Benjamine Dilla. Three runs on 5 hits for Belgium, 2 runs on 4 hits for Germany. And the 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled away. Dewolf had a very good cut at that. Now we'll see what Sasha does here. 2-2. Does he try that backdoor curveball? Fastball, and he hit him. And so now 2 on with 1 out for the number 4 hitter. Dangerous spot.
That brings up number 20, the shortstop, Dennis De Quint, to the plate.
De Quint 2 for 2 with a single and a home run as we watch Dewolf being hit by pitch.
Yeah, he tried to come back in with that fastball again, the one that he got the strike 2 call on, and that brings out Martin Helmig to the mound, and he's doing the slow walk. There is activity in the bullpen. And we'll see what Helmig decides to do. He is going to remove Sasha Koch. And he gives him a little hug as well. Sasha high-fiving with Max Bolt. So Sasha's day is done. He will depart. We'll have a new pitcher. And we'll take a short break in the meantime. Don't forget to tell your friends. Tune in live on baseballsoftball.tv. You can also communicate with us using the hashtag WeLoveTheBox on Facebook.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is a close one so far, so don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. 3-2 Belgium. We are in the 5th inning with 1 out, runners on first and second. This is the 2018 Super 6 tournament presented by the WBSC, live on baseballsoftball.tv. Well, on the mound, the left-hander Clayton Freimuth from the Heidenheim Heideköpfe. He's originally from the Dallas, Texas area, but he's got German family, and he's got dual citizenship. Attended Frostburg State University, it's NCAA Division III. He's been in the Bundesliga for 3 years, the last 2 with the Heidenheim Heideköpfe. And in fact, he was the winning pitcher in the deciding game of the Bundesliga finale last year for the Heideköpfe. Before that, he also pitched with the Bad Homburg Hornets in 2016. And he's a left-hander with a good fastball, good curveball. He's also played collegiate summer league baseball in Florida and Texas. So he's an experienced baseball player. And he's going to take over and inherit a first and second situation. You have Benjamin Dilla at second. Thomas Dewolf is at first. There is 1 out in the inning. Belgium leading 3-2. Sasha Koch is responsible for the 2 base runners that are still aboard. But otherwise, his day is done. He went 4 1/3, 5 hits, 3 runs so far, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. He threw 89 pitches. And Martin Helmig did not want Dennis De Quint to face Sasha Koch for a 3rd time, as De Quint had homered and singled in his first 2 at-bats. And Clayton Freimuth, the mustachioed left-hander, is ready.
Reminds me a little bit of Randy Johnson.
Well, he's got that big, lanky wingspan, and he comes kind of from 3/4 motion. Yeah, I guess the long hair and the mustache also, right? Last year, we had a pitcher named Ryan Bolinger in the Bundesliga, and he reminded me of Chris Sale, the way he pitched, and he ended up getting himself signed by the New York Yankees. He pitched so well. So, an important situation with 1 out, runners on first and second, and the pitch to De Quint is a fastball high, ball 1. So Sasha Koch goes 4 1/3. DeQuint, right-hand hitter, and now Clayton Freimuth wants Bolt to go through a different set of signs. And the left-hander is set. Here's the pitch. That fastball rides outside and high. 2 balls and no strikes. DeQuint can really look for something to drive now. He peers down to the third base coach, giving signs. Dilla and Dewolf are the base runners. Two 2-0 on DeQuint. And the pitch. A big swing, and he fouls it off out of play. Strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike. There you see Dilla taking his lead, number 11 in your screen. Dewolf, the trail runner, is at first. The pitch, swing and a miss. That one was, the fastball looked like it was tailing away from DeQuint. He tried to pull it, and now he's got an even count, 2-2. Freimuth also throws a changeup and a breaking pitch. He's got a 2-2 count on the cleanup hitter, 3-2 Belgium. Here in the 5th inning. And the pitch. He throws him a breaking ball. It's lined to the gap in right center field and splits the outfielders and goes all the way to the wall. Dilla will score. Dewolf is being waved around. Here's the relay throw, and they hold Dewolf at the last minute. It is a run-scoring double for Dennis DeQuint, who's now 3 for 3, and Belgium leads 4-2.
Next batter, 14 Belgium, number 3, the center fielder, Steven Delanoy.
Delanoy walked and struck out in his previous at-bats. Therefore, he is 5 for 12.
And it's going to be lefty against lefty now, and Germany will pull the infield in. Germany, they've scored a grand total of 5 runs in their 4 games, and they're trailing by 2 here, so Martin Helmich has to try to cut off the faucet somehow. Dewolf is at third, DeQuint at second. The pitch is inside, ball 1 to Steven Delanoy. That run is charged to Sasha Koch, for what it's worth. It was a good piece of hitting by Dennis DeQuint. He took that pitch away and with 2 strikes went with it. Swing and a miss by Delanoy, strike 1. And DeQuint, all 3 of his hits to the opposite field today.
Yeah, he shows authority to the outfield.
Delanoy with a 1-1 count. Runners on second and third with 1 out. The pitch is low. 2-1. Belgium scored 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and now 1 more so far here in the 5th. Germany got both of theirs in the second. This pitch is low, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. And there's some more stirring around in the German bullpen. No activity in the bullpen for the team Belgium. And the 3-1. A little flare to short left field. That ball drops in front of Teben. Dewolf comes to the plate and scores. DeQuint has to stay put at second base. That's how weakly that ball was hit. But it's an RBI single, and Belgium leads 5-2 now.
Next batter, 14 Belgium, number 10, the third baseman, Robin Rubens.
Rubens 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt.
Well, the infield backs up now with runners on first and second. They can play back and look for a double play now. Boy, wouldn't they love that. There's a line drive. That's a base hit to center field. DeQuint held up, and now he makes it to third. He will stop there as the throw from Kotovsky comes to the plate. And so the bases are loaded. The hit parade keeps coming as Belgium, now with 8 hits in the game.
With bases loaded, next batter, 14 Belgium, number 1, the first baseman, Jamie Verheelewegen.
And by the way, after Dewolf scoring, that closes the book on Sasha Koch. He gives up 5 runs.
Verheelwegen walked and struck out in his previous at-bat, hitting .273.
Well, Freimuth has come on and given up a double, a single, and another single. And now those 3 base runners are his responsibility. Lefty against lefty again. The pitch. Strike called at the knees in the outside corner for Verheelwegen. Not exactly thrilled. 0-1. And there's that good curveball. You can see Verheelwegen was backing out of the box and it bent over the inside corner. Strike 2. Freimuth trying to stop the bleeding somehow. 2 runs have scored so far this inning. It's 5-2 Belgium. The pitch. Fastball. Taken for a ball outside. It was dropped by Bolt. Bolt did not catch a whole lot this year. An injury to Simon Göring has sort of prevented him from catching very much, and so Team Germany using Bolt and Vinny Arns as their main catchers in this tournament. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the pitch. It is taken low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 1 out, the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's an important second out for Freimuth. And now for Belgium, it will take a 2-out hit to get any more out of this.
That brings up number 15, the catcher, Tim Verachtert, to the plate.
Verachtert has a hit and a ground out in the game, hitting .375.
First pitch inside again off the glove of Bolt. Bolt has had a lot of problems holding on to the pitches today. He's had a lot of balls squirted away from him that way. Catching is not easy.
Yeah.
It's one of the most difficult things. Fortunately, I never had to do it being left-handed. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch, a ground ball back to Freimuth, and he fields it. And he's just going to take it all the way to the first baseman. Wilhelm himself basically put it in his pocket. He almost faked him out at the last minute. But Belgium has a good inning. They get 2 more runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Is that correct? No, that can't be correct. Is that correct? 2 runs on 5 hits. Either way, they lead by a score of 5-2. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Excuse me, we're going to the top of the 6th inning. This is the 2018 Super 6 tournament presented by the WBSC, live on baseballsoftball.tv.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Top of the 6th inning, we're back. Leading off for Team Germany, number 23, the catcher, Max Bolt.
Bolt hitting .500 in this game, 1 hit and 1 ground out.
And he's facing Cedric De Smet for the 3rd time. And the pitch is up high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 4, 5, and 6 against De Smet, who's thrown 75 pitches. He's gotten 7 ground outs and 3 flyouts in this game. There's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. He has walked 3 and struck out 3. He's given up 4 hits and the 2 runs. Germany led after an inning and a half. They scored 2 runs in the 2nd inning as Bolt looks at a spinning curveball that comes back on the inside corner, 1-2. And when we think back to that 2nd inning, Germany had runners on 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. And then Maurice Wilhelm was thrown out at the plate trying to score on a base hit. And then they were left with runners on 2nd and 3rd as Bolt takes ball 2, 2-2. And they could not score. They got 2 runs, but no more. It looked like it was going to be a very promising inning. And then in the bottom half, right away, Belgium came back and scored 2 runs. Curveballs fouled away. And then they took the lead on Thomas Dewolf's home run in the 3rd inning, and then 2 more runs last inning to chase Sasha Koch. And they lead 5-2 here in the 6th. De Smet has a 2-2 count on Max Bolt. Sidearm delivery is inside. Full count now. And the payoff pitch. Curveball is bounced foul. We'll do it again. Bolt in the Bundesliga is normally a very good bat control guy. He does not strike out very much. Generally good to put the ball in play. He's got a good eye, draws a lot of walks. 3-2. And he chops it on the ground to Ruvens at 3rd, who fires across in time. Bolt almost colliding with the first baseman for Halevegen, who had to reach into his path.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 16, the designated hitter, Simon Göring.
Göring is 1 for 1 in the game with a double and a walk. Scored 1 run.
Yeah, his double was smacked right down that left field line back in the 2nd inning. As you see the replay of that last play by Robin Rubens. Pitches inside, ball 1. Belgium has played a solid defensive game so far. As I mentioned, De Smet has induced a number of ground balls. That was another one. Some of them have been to the left side. There was a nice play by Dennis de Quint earlier in the game as well. And here's another chance for him. This ball hit right to him. And he makes it easily for the 2nd out. Ball was hit pretty hard by Göring, but right into the shortstop's glove.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 24, the first baseman, Maurice Wilhelm.
It's also 1 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt and a hit left field. As you mentioned, he was thrown out at the plate, trying to score the 3rd run for Team Germany.
Yeah, that really turned that whole inning around. There's a good fastball from De Smet on the outside corner, strike 1. And the 0-1. And he tried that little indoor slider, missed. Wilhelm trying to turn into it, maybe get hit by it. And neither was successful. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one fouled to the screen. Wilhelm had a very good cut at that, just missed it. Well, Germany, they have just struggled to put any series of hits together. They've done a lot of bunting, but they have not done a lot of scoring. 1 run in each of their first 3 games and 2 today. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air to right field off the end of the bat. Dewolf started back. Now he's in, and the ball finds his glove with that strong wind. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Cedric De Smet. And he's now, in fact, retired 6 in a row going back to last inning. We will go to the bottom of the 6th. It is 5-2 Belgium. This is the 2018 Super 6 tournament. presented by the WBSC, live on baseballsoftball.tv.
Bottom of the 6th inning, leading off for Team Belgium, number 7, the left fielder, Yves Postmans.
Postmans is 0 for 2 today's game. So he struck out and was caught fly out in the foul territory by the catcher. As we have a new catcher on Team Germany, number 5, Elias from Grassen.
Yeah, good throw from Elias von Garsen, the new catcher, to complete the strikeout.
Next man up to bat for Team Belgium, the designated hitter, number 5, Leonel Navient.
Navient is 1 for 2 with a walk, a strikeout, and a hit back to the pitcher.
There's a swing and a miss from Freimuth's first pitch. It's 5-2 Belgium. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Belgium with the home advantage in this game. The pitch is high and goes to the screen. 1-1 from Freimuth. Freimuth came on last inning with 1 out, and he inherited 2 runners on. Both of those runners scored. But then he was able to get out of a bases loaded situation. This pitch is taken outside for a ball, 2-1.
As the wind is picking up here in the ballpark in Hoofddorp.
Yeah, you can really hear it. It's whistling through.
Flags in the outfield are pointing straight out in favor of the hitters.
That was a good fastball in the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Navient. Freimuth, the left-hander, comes set. The pitch. That's low. Full count now. 3-2. There's a pop foul out of play. We'll do it again. That ball landing in the grandstand. Those games started at 11 a.m. It's just short of 1 p.m. now, so 2 hours in. And bottom of the 6th inning, 5-2. 5 runs on 8 hits for Belgium, 2-4-0 for Germany. Swing and a foul. That one goes to the screen as Navient just got a piece to stay alive. The second game today is going to be Czech Republic versus Italy, and then the evening game, which is going to be Spain versus Netherlands. So lots of action here to come. And a swing and a miss. That looked like the changeup. And Leonel Navient was way out in front and strikes out. Second consecutive strikeout for Leonel Navient.
Next batter for Team Belgium, number 11, the second baseman, Benjamine Dilla.
Dilla 0 for 3 in the game with a forced out and ground out and fly out.
He did reach on a fielder's choice and score a run, however. There's a pitch, and he pops it up right side. This is going to stay in fair territory. The second baseman, Jan, one-hands it, and Freimuth has a very quick inning. Nothing across the board. That is the first, the second 1-2-3 inning for pitching, the German pitching, and we go to the 7th inning now, getting to the latter innings of this ball game.
As we're watching and experiencing top-level European baseball here throughout the entire week, we also want to mention not just only the best teams in Europe, also the best umpires in Europe, and therefore I want to give a shout out to the German members of this umpiring crew, Jens Weider and Thorsten Roloff. It's about time, guys, that you and come over here to the ballpark. See you guys later.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Top of the 7th inning, leading off for Team Germany, number 10, the left fielder, Daniel Thieben.
Germany looking up at a 5-2 deficit, and it's getting to the late innings. Cedric De Smet has pitched very well. He's thrown 90 pitches, and he will face the 7, 8, 9 portion of the order for Team Germany. And the right-hander's first pitch is taken for ball 1. De Smet in his 6 innings of work, 4 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. He's also thrown 1 wild pitch and hit 1 batter. The pitch as a chopper left side, trickles foul. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Thieben still waiting for his first hit. He's 0 for 2 in the tournament.
And the pitch on the way. This one is fouled away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Germany got both of their runs back in the 2nd inning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, oh, yeah, okay.
And offensively, it's been a struggle for them. There's a curveball. This one, you just got a piece of it to stay alive. In the tournament, Germany coming into this game had only scored 3 runs in their 3 games. They've got 2 today. All the other teams have at least made it to double digits. Here's the pitch. It is inside, 2-2. Belgium, they also had struggled with their pitching. This is by far the best pitching performance they have gotten. They came into the game with an ERA of collectively over 10, almost 11. Of course, it's a very short sample size. You can't get too carried away with the numbers in a tournament like this. It's only 5 games.
Yeah, they got, and Team Germany got mercy twice.
Yeah, but that's common against, I mean, Spain and Netherlands. There's a ground ball to the second baseman, Dilla, and that was a very nice play as his momentum was carrying him towards center field. And he was able to get a perfect throw to the first baseman for Helevegen to get Daniel Thieben.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 2, the shortstop, Nadya Latifi.
Latifi 0-2 for this game. Ground out and fly out.
As you see that was the replay of the nice play by Ben Dilla. So Latifi up there with 1 on. That's now 7 in a row set down by De Smet. The pitch is a strike. Cedric has been cruising since that second inning. And he flings a little slider up there. That one is too high. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the next one on the way. Here it comes. Line shot. There is a base hit to right field for Nadya Latifi. And so he is on with 1 out here in the 7th for Germany with a single.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 8, the center fielder, Kevin Kotovsky.
Kotovsky with a hit and a walk, 1 RBI.
That is the fifth base hit for Team Germany. And Kotovsky shows bunt. Bunting with 1 out and trailing by 3 runs in the 7th inning is an interesting decision, to say the least. He only showed it, however, he did not do it. Here's the 1-0. Hit in the air to center field. Delanoy to his left is drifting over. He makes the one-handed catch. And that's the 2nd out of the inning.
That brings the leadoff man, number 1, second baseman, Lukas Jan, up to the plate.
Jan 0 for 2 in the game with a sacrifice bunt in his previous at-bat. Strikeout and ground out. As we go to replay. Illinois catching the fly ball by Kevin Kotovsky.
There's the pitch to Jan, and he pops it up on the first pitch very high into shallow left field. This is playable for Puzman, who's called off by Delanoy, as Puzman appeared to be struggling with that ball in the wind. Anyway, that's the very quick 3rd out of the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. It is time to stretch here in Hoofddorp. It is 5-2 Belgium. This is the Super 6 tournament presented by the WBSC, live on baseballsoftball.tv.
Bottom of the 7th inning, leading off for Team Belgium, number 26, the right fielder, Thomas Dewolf.
Dewolf is 1 for 2 with a home run, hit by pitch, and a strikeout.
His home run went a long way to straightaway center field. That was off of Sascha Koch back in the 3rd inning. He also scored a run after getting hit by a pitch last inning. And his first look at Freimuth, fastball. Missed the inside corner, ball 1. The next fastball is over the outside corner, strike 1. These two, I think, have faced each other. Last year, Thomas Dewolf played with the Mannheim Tornadoes in the Bundesliga South, and Clayton Freimuth was with the Heidenheim Heideköpfe, so they would have seen each other. There's a curveball, but it just missed outside. 2 balls and a strike. (5-2) Belgium. We are in the bottom of the 7th. And that curveball is in for a strike. But no, it's not. Excuse me. It was high. Ball 3, 3-1. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. That was the fastball. He challenged him on 3-1. And Thomas came up empty on that swing. And he got him with the fastball again. Well, he was messing around with that breaking ball earlier in the at-bat. Didn't get any strikes with it, so he decided to go with the fastball and strikes him out.
Next batter for Team Belgium, number 20, the shortstop, Dennis De Quint.
Dennis De Quint is hitting 3 for 3 with a home run, a double, and a single. So he needs a triple for another cycle in the tournament.
We've seen one before.
Really? Who for the cycle?
Robel Garcia.
For Italy, right?
From Team Italy, 2 days ago.
The thing that fascinates me about this cycle is if he were to hit another home run here, is that better or worse than hitting for the cycle? Pitch is inside for a ball.
In a stadium the size of this, I think the home run is better.
Yeah, I mean, I think the home run is better anyway.
Of course.
But cycles, they're fun. They're kind of a statistical anomaly, I guess. 1 ball, and he hits one in the air to center field. It's dropping quickly, and it lands for a base hit in front of Kotovsky. So he's 4 for 4, no triple on that one, but in that case, the triple would have been better. If you're
Next batter for the Belgian team, number 3, the center fielder, Steven Delanoy.
Delanoy 1 for 2 with a walk, strikeout, and an RBI single.
Another base hit to the opposite field for Dennis De Quint. All 4 of them. That one was the least well struck of any of his. Swing and a miss by Delanoy. Delanoy also drove in a run against Freimuth. His first 2 at-bats were against Sascha Koch. And there's a check on the runner. He dives back, gets the hand in there. De Quint had just extended his lead a little bit. He hasn't really had an aggressive lead in the same way that Leonel Navient has had when he's been on base, but now he extends it. Freimuth with a quick move to the plate, and he hits the outside corner with a fastball, 0-2. Freimuth will use a slide step move, which makes it tough to run on him. He doesn't have a great pickoff move to first, but if he gets the ball to the catcher very quickly, he can combat the running game. There's another throw over there. And De Quint, who had a much shorter lead that time, is back easily. Still 0-2. The wind is still whipping around, but the sun is shining right now. Freimuth has his sign. And a comebacker off the bare hand of Freimuth, and it's going to go to Jan, who has no play. A base hit. And you can see Freimuth immediately regretted sticking the hand out there. That might have been a ground ball double play had he not deflected it.
Probably.
And Von Garson out to have a chat with his pitcher. A lot of times you'll see a coach come out of the dugout on a ground ball from the, that's touched by the bare hand, but
there is a coach now.
there he comes. That's Troy Williams. He just wants to check. You saw he checked with the home plate umpire first and clarified that he just wanted to check on the hand of Freimuth, and that meeting is now over with.
Yeah, quick meeting. At the plate now, for Team Belgium, number 10, the third baseman, Robin Rubens.
Rubens 1 for 3 with a base hit to center field. 1 for 2 is sacrificed. His first at bat comes to the pitcher. He hit into forced out.
And the pitch is upstairs. They appealed. Did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 1. So 2 on. DeQuint at second. Delanoy is at first. 1 out in the inning. Belgium trying to keep the pressure on. They have 10 hits in the game. 5 runs. They lead 5-2. And Freimuth deals a swing and a miss, a late swing by Rubens. That was that fastball down and away, tailing away from the right-hand hitter. Rubens has played a decent third base today, had a couple of chances, and he's been perfect with all of them. Runners leading first and second. The pitch, that one is inside. 2-1. Infield is back there looking for 2. Clayton Freimuth, the second German pitcher. Sascha Koch started the game. He went 4 1/3. And the 2-1 pitch coming to Rubens right now. Fouled to the screen, and the count now even 2-2. Well, Belgium has had runners on in virtually every inning. Only in the 6th and the 4th have they not had a base runner. Germany, they had the lead for a grand total of a half inning. As Freimuth taking a long time to get the sign from Von Garson, the catcher. And Rubens asks for time. 2-2 the count to him. Runners leading first and second, DeQuint and Delanoy. And the pitch. A squibber to the second baseman, Jan. He feeds Latifi. The throw pulled Latifi off the bag, so the runner at second is safe. The out is, however, recorded at first. So that'll be, it's just going to be a 4-6-3 ground out. And runners now on second and third. Ball was hit very slowly, and Jan, I think, tried to rush the shovel, and you could see very clearly.
Yeah, he got off the base too quickly.
Yeah, I mean, Latifi had to go up and get the throw, so you'd rather that they catch the throw first. And
at the plate now, number 1, the first baseman, Jamie Verheelewegen.
So there are 2 outs in the inning, but runners on second and third. And if Verheelewegen could come through, it would be a crushing hit for Team Germany. It would be a huge boost for Team Belgium.
Verheelewegen is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts and a walk.
And he lines a base hit to left field. In to score is DeQuint. Rounding third, heading to the plate, Delanoy. He will score. And it's 7-2 Belgium on a clutch 2-out, 2-run single off the bat of Jamie Verheelewegen. And you could see how excited he was when he reached first base.
Next batter for Team Belgium, number 15, the catcher, Tim Verachtert.
Verachtert 1 for 3 with an RBI single.
And we'll see if he's going to face Clayton Freimuth or another pitcher from the German bullpen. Martin Helmig is doing the slow walk out to the mound, and you take a look at the replay. Watch how pumped up Verheelewegen was after he dove back into first base. He knew he had just gotten a clutch 2-run single, and Clayton Freimuth's day is done. So Germany's going to go to the bullpen, and we'll figure out what all the changes are in a minute. It looks like there's going to be a double switch I think Maurice Wilhelm is going to come in and pitch. He was playing first base. And Simon Göring is going to come out and play first base, so there's no more DH.
They lose the DH, exactly, yeah.
And Wilhelm is going to pitch. That's exactly what's going to happen. So Maurice Wilhelm is going to come on and try to end this inning without any more damage for Team Germany. We will take a short break. It's 7-2 Belgium with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. This is the Super 6 tournament presented by the WBSC live on baseballsoftball.tv. Well, we are back, and the new pitcher is indeed Maurice Wilhelm. He goes from first base to the pitcher's mound. Simon Göring, the designated hitter, is going to come off the bench and come and play first base. So the Germans do not have a designated hitter anymore, and Tim Verreichtert will come up to the plate with runner at first base, Jamie Verheelenwegen. It is 7-2 Belgium, and the first pitch from Wilhelm is way outside, ball 1. Wilhelm, in his last Bundesliga appearance, I mentioned he pitched a 9-inning perfect game in relief in a 19-inning game.
It's a crazy story.
Pitches a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. He's got kind of a funky delivery, comes from around the corner. He's got a good changeup that he'll fade away to left-hand hitters, and he'll try to get righties to chase a slider off the plate. 1-1. And he steps off. Verheelenwegen is back. And the 1-1. The breaking ball is fouled to the screen. 1-2 on Tim Verreichtert. Belgium scored 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 more in the 5th, and 2 here in the 7th. They have a 5-run lead, 7-2. They've done it with 11 hits, including 2 home runs, 1 from Thomas Dewolf, 1 from Dennis de Quint. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3, and the inning is over. But a clutch 2-out, 2-run single off the bat of Jamie Verheelenwegen after a defensive miscue gives Belgium 2 more runs, and they have a commanding 7-2 lead as we go to the 8th inning here on day 4 of the Super 6 tournament in Hoofddorp, presented by the WBSC, live on baseballsoftball.tv.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Top of the 8th inning, leading off for Team Germany, number 30, the third baseman, Erik Brenk.
Brenk is 0 for 1 with a ground out. He was hit by a pitch and walked in his previous at-bats, and he was also caught stealing in the very first inning.
And Cedric De Smet, 103 pitches, but a 5-run lead, so he's cruising, and the first pitch is way outside, ball 1. I've seen De Smet throw a complete game with around 140 pitches before. That was back in 2014 at the European Championships.
But he still seems in command.
Yeah.
All smooth.
Pitches in for a strike to Brenk. And I don't know what it's like in the Netherlands or Italy, but in Germany it is very common for starting pitchers to go all 9 innings and throw 140, 150 pitches. And they also are not throwing 99 miles an hour.
Exactly.
And De Smet is, he's probably throwing 85 or so. 2-1, and he's a big, strong guy. That strike on the inside corner. Brenk was diving out over the plate and thought it was inside. Count now even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, De Smet, he wants to finish this game with a 5-run lead. Just 2 runs on 5 hits. And the curveball just missed the outside corner. A whole bunch of umpires in the stands. But the only one whose opinion counts says it is a ball. So the count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that's outside, ball 4.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 26, the right fielder, Mike Imke.
Imke 0 for 3 in the game with 2 strikeouts and a fly out to shortstop.
This is the 4th walk issued by Cedric De Smet. And the pitch, Imke swings and drives one to deep right field, and you can kiss that goodbye. That's a 2-run home run for Mike Imke. And it's a 3-run ball game now, 7-4. That was a no-doubter. The right fielder, Thomas Dewolf, just turned and watched it sail over his head. Imke showing what got the attention of the Arizona Diamondbacks a couple of years ago. He's got big-time power. And that ball was crushed, and that's going to bring the pitching coach out of the dugout for Team Belgium to discuss things.
As the German dugout is fired up about Imke's home run, of course. Cut down the lead, make it a 3-run ball game.
And of course now Max Bolt has been removed from the game, and so it's going to be the first chance for Elias van Garsen to bat. There you see him, he's waiting.
De Smet stays in the game. At the plate, number 5, the new catcher, Elias van Garsen.
Van Garsen is 22 years of age, originally from Freising, that's in my neck of the woods. Started playing baseball with the Freising Grizzlies. Right-hand hitter. He's been with the Legionnaires since 2012, and he looks at a first pitch strike. So a good beginning to the inning, nobody out. First 2 scored. The walk to Brenk. Remember, Brenk took a couple of close pitches to earn that walk. This pitch is inside from De Smet, 1-1, and then Mike Imke crushed one over the right field fence. That's the 3rd home run in this game, 2 by Team Belgium. Now 1 by Germany. Here's the next one. That one hits Van Garsen, and
Next batter for Team Germany, number 16. The new first baseman, Simon Göring.
Göring is 1 for 2 with a double. And a ground out.
Now looking out towards the Belgian bullpen, there was activity, and whoever was throwing has, well, looks like they're still throwing actually. Looks like a side armor. That might be Kenny Van Den Branden. Pitch is low and inside. I know Van Den Branden pitched on the opening day of the tournament, but he only pitched a couple of innings.
Yep.
1-0 on Göring, whose double seems like it was a lifetime ago. And the pitch is inside, ball 2. De Smet maybe showing some effects of fatigue here in the 8th inning. He walked the first batter, gave up a home run, then he hit Fungarson. That's the second hit batter of the game. Fungarson is not a threat to steal at first. The pitch way outside. And he's missed very badly on the last 3 pitches, and my guess is that if he loses Simon Göring, we might see a bullpen move, especially with Wilhelm, a guy with home run power. He's in the on-deck circle. If he comes to the plate representing the tying run, we might see a new pitcher. 3-0 on Göring, and the pitch inside, ball 4. And the first 4 have reached, and here comes Sven Hendricks out of the dugout. And Cedric De Smet, who pitched wonderfully for the first 7+ innings, he's going to be removed, and he will be in line to get the win if Belgium's bullpen can hold this game together.
Very good outing by Cedric De Smet.
And he's going to get a nice round of applause from the Belgian fans, as well he should. 7 full innings, 4 runs on 6 hits. He's responsible for the two base runners right now. And he will depart, and we will take a short break. This is the 2018 Super 6 tournament presented by the WBSC live on baseballsoftball.tv. Well, we are back, and the new pitcher on the mound for Belgium, inheriting a tricky situation, is Kevin De Smet. So from one De Smet to the other. This is the younger brother of Cedric, and he's actually been pitching at the University of Northwest Ohio this year. He only got into 6 games during the regular year. He allowed 3 runs on 8 hits and 1 walk in 5+ innings and change. But he's a lanky right-hand pitcher on in relief of his brother, and he's going to face Maurice Wilhelm, who represents the tying run. It is 7-4. Nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Top of the 8th inning, rather. Excuse me. The pitch. Strike. Infield back looking for a double play. Wilhelm, you know he wants to at least get one really good rip at a pitch. And the pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. De Smet, when he was warming up, he threw several pitches from a very, very low arm angle and then several from a little bit higher. He had a curveball. And he had a changeup. Works from the first base side of the rubber. And he's got that very high stretch position a la Clayton Kershaw. This ball is fouled off to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. De Smet trying to stay relaxed out there in a pressure situation. There's nobody out. Germany trying to scratch their way back into this ball game. They're at the number 6 hitter in the order, Maurice Wilhelm. Nobody out. And the pitch. The breaking ball is inside, 2-2. Van Garsen is the runner at second base. Simon Göring is the runner at first. Göring probably the faster of the two.
Since you mentioned him, Kevin De Smet being or having a similar windup like Clayton Kershaw. I actually saw him last year.
Oh, fantastic. Well, there's a ground ball. They get the force at second, but the throw to first gets away, and Van Garsen will score. And so Wilhelm reaches, and that's going to be a fielder's choice, and then the error allows Van Garsen to score. So no RBI on the play, and it's probably going to be an E6, or E4 rather, as it was the second baseman. Looked like a tailor-made double play ground ball.
We have a pinch hitter instead of Latifi. Now number 15, Vincent Ovens. I was in Dodger Stadium last year, and Clayton Kershaw happened to pitch that game.
Well, that's a good notch to have under your belt, having seen Clayton Kershaw. I've seen Roger Clemens, but I dated myself there. Here's Vincent Ovens, and a switch hitter batting left, and he looks at a strike on the outside corner. Ovens, a member of the Bonn Capitals. Wilhelm has a virtually non-existent lead on first base. It's a 7-5 game, as Germany has now scored 3 runs this inning. And the breaking ball is taken outside. So Helmig electing to use the switch hitter batting from the left side against the sidearm right-hander Kevin De Smet. Looking for a bolt of lightning here. Ovens does have some power. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Cedric De Smet went the first 7. That run is charged to him. That 5th one that Van Garsen scored. At the moment it's unearned though. There's the pitch. This one low. Good block by Fragtert, and the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Vinny Ovens. He's got that shin guard on the right side, protecting against foul balls.
And also the elbow protector.
Yeah. Well, catchers just sitting behind the plate, that's a good way to get a lot of bruises. You don't want any more when you're batting. The 2-2. Pulled on the ground, fair ball, stepped on first by Verheelenwegen, throws to short, and the tag is applied. That is a double play to end the inning. So they didn't turn it on the previous play, but they do on this one. Germany will have to settle for 3 runs, 2 of which are earned on one base hit. And at the end of 7.5, it is Belgium 7, Germany 5. This is the 2018 Super 6 tournament presented by the WBSC live on baseballsoftball.tv.
So actually, for me, the 2 works better on the corner, and the 1-4 works like a charm on the 7200. They are very, very good. You know, I had all of them, and those ones are nice shipping size. So basically, it's faster, it's faster, small. But obviously, you add something. What I can tell you on the corner, I'm going to go on the fence. The extender is the feature.
Leading off the inning for Team Belgium, number 7, the left fielder, Yves Postmans.
Postmans is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. So 0 for 3.
Wilhelm's first pitch is low. The new left fielder is Marcel Jimenez for Team Germany. There's a swing and a miss. Jimenez entering the spot in the after Vinny Arendt's pinch hit for the left fielder Daniel Teben, so Jimenez now goes in.
Well, you have to ask.
And the 1-1 pitch to Postmans, swing and a miss. 1-2. Wilhelm came on and struck out Tim Verachtert to end the 7th inning. And now how big does that play that Germany couldn't turn the double play last inning, and then the 2-out, 2-run single off the bat of Jamie Verheulewig, and that is currently the difference in the game. There's a pitch low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Sometimes it comes down to those little things.
Little things in baseball. A game of inches, as they say.
Yep. There's a slow roller left side. It's foul. Backhanded by Brank, still 2-2. Maurice Wilhelm, when he's pitching, he looks like he's in fast forward. He has such a quick leg kick, and he really whips the arm around. So he's sort of been in the middle of all of it today. He's pitching. He was thrown out at the plate already. That's why his uniform is all dirty. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Now he struck out the first 2 hitters he's faced.
Next batter for Team Belgium, number 5, the designated hitter, Leonel Navient.
Beyond 1 for 3 with a walk and a hit. And 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, he's had a tough day on the bases, got thrown out as well, trying to steal, and he tries to bunt that first pitch, and it goes foul for strike 1. Ball game was started by Sasha Kolk. He pitched 4 1/3, gave up 5 runs on 5 hits, walked 3, struck out 5, and then Clayton Frymuth pitched 2 1/3 innings of relief after that. There's a foul right back here, strike 2. You'd have had that, right?
Of course.
I thought about bringing my glove, but I didn't.
With the roof above us, you don't need to.
Nothing in 2 on Leonel Navient. The pitch, that one's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Infield is back. And a curveball grounded to the right side. Jan picks it to his left from the outfield grass and spins and throws out Navient for the second out.
Next batter for Team Belgium, number 11, the second baseman, Benjamine Dilla.
Dilla 0 for 4 with 2 flyouts, 1 ground out, 1 fielder's choice.
Made a real nice play in the field as he looks at a breaking ball. That's a strike. I believe it was on Lucas Jan. He had fielded a ground ball that was towards the second base bag as he looks at ball 1 outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. And had to spin and make an off-balance throw. Just got the runner by a step. Guy who recently played his 500th career game in the Hoofdklasse here in the Netherlands with Curaçao Neptunus. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to him. In fact, in 2017, he led the league in hitting here, batting .448 with Neptunus. This pitch is outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's a 3-time Holland Series MVP. And he's been with the Belgian national team since 2009. And the pitch.
A long career.
High fly ball, deep to center field. A long run, Kotovsky. He will not get it. That ball lands on the warning track. Dilla is going to stop at second base with a double. Kotovsky was playing way over in right center field and was nowhere near getting to that ball, even though it kind of looked like a routine fly ball, but there's a lot of real estate out there. And a 2-out double for Dilla.
And the wind carried it a little bit further, probably. Next batter for Team Belgium, number 26, the right fielder, Thomas Dewolf.
As we're watching the replay of Dewolf's batting today is 2 strikeouts, 1 home run, 1 hit by pitch.
And Helmig is coming out to the mound. I believe he's going to intentionally walk Thomas Dewolf, and he does, but now he also wants to go out to the mound and talk to his pitcher. So Dewolf gets the intentional base on balls, and that's probably the wise decision. Dewolf is always the one guy that you just never want to let beat you. And he's currently on first base having a conversation with Simon Göring.
Well, the problem is that Dennis de Quint is up to bat.
Yeah, I mean, pick your poison, right?
Yeah.
De Quint, what do you got to do, right? He's 4 for 4, and they still walk the guy to get to you, right? Like, De Quint homered and singled twice and doubled, and Helmig is now returning to the dugout. So 2 on and 2 outs. Wilhelm got the first 2 quickly, and then Dilla hit a fly ball to deep center field that went for a double. And then the intentional walk.
So at the plate now, number 20, their shortstop, Dennis de Quint.
It is 7-5 Belgium. They are trying to keep the pressure on. Germany has been trying to claw their way back into this game. And they scored 3 in the top half of this inning. Belgium trying to answer that and make it a little bit more comfortable. De Quint looks at a first pitch strike from Wilhelm.
Yeah, I'm sure Team Belgium could use some insurance runs. Never know what happens.
Especially in this ballpark with the wind blowing out. There's no such thing as a comfortable lead.
Yeah.
And De Quint is doing a little gardening there at home plate. Now he's happy with his footing. Dilla at second, Dewolf at first. And the pitch. A ground ball to Lucas Jan, had some funny spin on it, but he fields it and throws to first in time, and for the first time today, Dennis de Quint has made an out. It's the last one of the 8th inning, And we are going to the 9th inning. Last chance for Germany. They trail by 2. It is 7-5. Belgium leading. This is the Super 6 tournament presented by the WBSC, live on baseballsoftball.tv.
Top of the 9th inning, leading off for Team Germany, number 2, the shortstop, Nadya Latifi.
Latifi 1 for 3 in today's game with a ground out, fly out, and a base hit to Thomas Dewolf.
And Kevin De Smet trying to save this ball game for his brother, who pitched 7 strong innings, and then Kevin came in and only needed 10 pitches to retire the side in the top of the 8th, and now he's going to deal with 8, 9, and 1 in the order for Team Germany. And the right-hander's first pitch hits Nadya Latifi, and immediately Germany has a base runner. Don't touch that dial, folks. So you guys saw a 2-run 9th inning comeback yesterday.
We have a pinch hitter for Team Germany, number 11, Lukas Steinlein.
Steinlein from the Haar Disciples in Munich, the lone representative in this tournament for the Haar Disciples. And time is called right now. Steinlein, a good bat to ball guy. He's a little pesky. He's kind of an opposite field slap hitter. He does not have a lot of power, but he can line the ball the other way. And the second baseman Dilla is shading him up the middle. So Steinlein likes to hit the ball towards that hole. And Kevin De Smet deals. That's a good fastball to the outside corner. From that arm angle, it's very tough for a right-handed hitter to see that pitch. Steinlein stands pretty close to the plate. He has a slightly open stance. 1 strike to count on him. And the pitch. That one is high. 1-1. So Steinlein pinch hitting for Kevin Kotovsky. Steinlein is originally from Fürth, which is in the Nuremberg area of Germany. 1-1 the count to him. And a good curveball that drops in for strike 2 from De Smet. Steinlein has a little think about it. 1-2. Germany needs 1 more base runner to have the tying runs on base, and also for the top of the order. They trail 7-5. Belgium trying to get their first win of the tournament. This curveball in the dirt, taken for a ball, blocked nicely by Fractured.
Latifi stays put over at first base.
Yeah, trailing by 2, you better be sure if you're going to try to take off on a pitch in the dirt. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. We're in the top of the 9th, and Steinlein asks for time. Smet had also stepped off the mound. Don't forget, at 3 p.m., the second game, Italy versus Czech Republic. That's must-see. 2-2 to Steinlein. The pitch hits sharply. Oh, what a play by De Smet. He lost the handle for a minute, but he finds it and is able to throw to first. That ball was smacked, and it was going to be headed possibly, I mean, it might have been headed for Benjamine Dilla anyway, but boy, what a pickup that was. Latifi moves to second. There's not much De Smet can do on that. It's just a reaction. Steinlein did all he could. He hit it as hard as possible, but it's the first out of the inning.
Next batter for Team Germany, number 1, the second baseman, Lukas Jahn.
Lukas Jahn 0 for 4 in the tournament, so it's a good time to start hitting.
Well, he's got a duck on the pond out there. Nadya Latifi on second base. And Kevin De Smet comes set. And a fastball on the outside corner. Strike one. De Smet has looked very good since coming in the game. He's been hitting the corners and changing speeds very effectively. One strike to Jahn. The pitch. That one was inside. He dropped down a little bit more on that one. 1-1. Latifi, the runner at second base, he was hit by a pitch to start the inning, and then Steinlein hit a hot smash that was fielded by De Smet on the mound, and he made the play to first. And so Latifi at second base with 1 out. We're in the 9th inning. Germany has 2 outs left with which to work, and now Jahn steps out. De Smet is ready. High pop, left side, foul ground, giving chase, a trio of Belgians, and it falls among all 3 of them, Rubens, De Quint, and Poesmans. Nobody could get there. That ball in the teeth of the wind, and you have a feeling it might blow back.
It happened quite a bit throughout the week.
There's probably a chance that ball might have even landed fair. It was not foul by very much. When it went up in the air, it initially looked like it was going to go into the stands. And it landed maybe about a meter to the left of that foul line. You see it on the replay. See how windy it is with the center field camera shaking. And that's the left fielder Poesmans eventually running over to get it. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lukas Jahn. Latifi at second, 1 out, 7-5 Belgium, 9th inning, the pitch. Another pop-up. This will stay in the field. The shortstop, De Quint and Poesmans, and it's Poesmans who makes the catch. Both of them circling around. De Quint ran at such an angle, you could see how far the wind blew him. Yeah, because the wind was blowing that ball back towards center field. And so, Germany down to their final out. Eric Brink, a hitter who does have power, but I think for a right-hand hitter to hit the ball out to left field in this wind conditions, that would be quite difficult. But you never know. He's the last hope for Team Germany in this game. 2 outs, 9th inning.
Brink has been on base 3 times already, with 2 walks, hit by pitch, and 1 ground out.
Latifi at second base, the pitch, and a strike. De Smet, 1 out away from closing out the game. His brother Cedric went 7 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs. 4 of those runs are earned, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts. He would get the win. The loss would go to Sasha Koch. And the pitch, chopper, foul, strike 2, and now Belgium is strike away from their first victory in Super 6 history.
Last chance for romance for Team Germany.
Germany, they play Czech Republic tomorrow, I believe, correct?
Yes.
And that's their final game. The pitch is low in the dirt, gets away. Latifi will go to third on this one. That's a wild pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That run means nothing, however. If Brink could get on, you have Mike Emke, who homered, waiting on deck. So, not out of the woods yet if you're rooting for the Red Hawks, which I'm sure many of the viewers are. Hope you're enjoying your day wherever you are. It's cool and blustery, but the weather is pleasant, and it's good baseball viewing weather. And we still got lots more action for you here today, so don't go anywhere. The pitch, curveball ripped. That was a hanger, and it's foul. And Brink couldn't wait long enough on that one. So the count's still 1-2. Right now, the difference in the game, that 2-run single off the bat for Halevegen in the 7th inning. And the pitch on the way. A slow ground ball left side. That's going to be a tough play to Quint. From the hole, he throws, and it's not in time. An RBI single for Eric Brink. Germany is still alive, and the score is 7-6.
At the plate now, for Team Germany, number 26, the right fielder, Mike Emke.
MK 1 for 4 with a home run.
That one was a big one. He crushed one into that jet stream that's flying out towards right field. And if this is a matchup, you have kind of a sidearm righty against a lefty power hitter with the wind blowing out in right field.
Emke representing the winning run.
Let's see what happens. He swings and misses, and that was a smart pitch. He threw him an off-speed pitch down and away, and Emke could not wait for it. He was looking for something to pull and threw him that little dead fish down and away. 1 strike. Still 2 outs. Brink the tying run at first. Might see him take off. Another changeup, another swing and a miss. Strike 2. And now with 2 strikes, if you're going to run, you might as well. Emke up there at the plate. Kevin De Smet not flirting with the inner part of the plate. They're staying away, and I would imagine you're going to get more of that here with 2 outs and 2 strikes. De Smet is set. And here it comes. He got him swinging on another off-speed pitch down and in, and the ball game is over. Kevin De Smet slams the door in the 9th inning. He pitches the final 2 to save the ball game for his brother Cedric De Smet, who went 7 strong innings, and Belgium beats Germany by a score of 7-6.
We'll be back here at 3 o'clock, where Team Italy takes on the Czech Republic.
And as I'm flying back home today, I have to say goodbye. It's been a pleasure to work with you guys and to serve you. I guess we needed you, then you needed us, but it's definitely been a good time at the baseball field.
Yeah,
be safe and
thanks Richard Kania for helping out the entire week. You'll be doing the Czech game for the Czech TV station. So 3 o'clock. It will be my pleasure to work with you, Tim.
Yes, mine as well. Thank you very much, both of you.
We'll be back at 3 o'clock. See you guys later.
Yeah,
thanks.
Thank you for watching, everybody. This has been the first game on day 4 of the 2018 Super 6 tournament, presented by the WBSC live on baseballsoftball.tv.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.